to. He's been following for like 2 months, but he doesn't have social media. He wanted to know what's a good age to get social media. He's 11.
The right age is when mom says it's the right
16.
time. That might be a little bit much. Fight for a little bit, a couple years off of that.
13?
Get in here. Yeah, that feels a little more in the pocket.
I feel like there's so many predators out there.
If you teach him the right things, he'll navigate them very easily.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Buddy, it's so nice to meet you.
Look at that smile.
So nice to meet
so
you.
much.
Such a pleasure. Have the best holiday. Thank you.
Hey Gary, how's it going?
Such a pleasure.
Yeah, same here.
How are you?
Fantastic. So, put that one to me, to Bob.
You got it.
Bob Hilstowski.
Got it, Bob. And this one?
And this one to Laura Castaneda.
Laura K?
Laura K. No, C.
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 How are things?
Fantastic.
It's good to see you.
So I'm going to be doing your 4Ds.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, so
looking forward to it.
Yeah, so this is just me. I know you got a lot of people to see.
No worries, don't worry. Take your time.
But so I've been a follower of you since 2008.
Thank you, my guy.
Yeah.
Stuffer guy. I love that.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Ramsey.
Oh, not far. It's a beautiful
I'm gonna
town.
move to Jersey City
Very nice.
because Laura, my girlfriend, and my second in charge for
Yes.
Stuff for Guys,
Yep.
lives in Bayonne, so I gotta be closer.
A little bit closer.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. Let's take a photo.
Okay, thanks.
Pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, same here, Gary. Got the 5 up.
Always.
All right, always. Thanks, Gary.
Have the best holiday.
Yeah,
Thank you for
too.
coming.
Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Gary.
You got it. Should grab that. Have the best day, brother. Hi. I'm quite well.
I drove in from Rhode Island.
Amazing.
Rhode Island left at like 3 a.m.
I'm so humbled.
How are you?
I'm quite well.
Do you have a nice holiday?
Yes, you?
Yes, thank
Who do I make this to?
Victoria, my daughter. Thank you. All right, so I have a question.
Please.
A couple things. So
Please.
I owned Witty Weasel technically, but I lost my seed phrase, and I was wondering if there's like, because I'm going to be in Miami next weekend, if I could get into V somehow.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
And by the way, Dustin's the only person from your team who always writes me back. So thank you,
He
Dustin.
is, I find him to be the sweetest of the bunch.
And then Gary, so I.
Sid, can you do me a favor? We need to help her get into the Miami event because she owns a B-Friend, but she lost the seed phrase. So we have to help her out on it. So can you get the info and then get the team going?
This
is very cool.
Working on something to hopefully have the next
is super
collab
rad.
with you. And like honestly, I just have a dream to like have this shit be all over VCon and Jumbotron and do a doodle bar.
Yep.
And like I did some like animation with it that like I love the
Very
doodles
cool.
to be like making words.
It's really rad. Let's get a business development meeting going.
Okay.
Sid, also get her email so that we can have a meeting with the apparel team with Ben O. All right? I'll set that up for you.
So good to meet you.
Such a pleasure. Let's take a photo. I got this. Yep. We got
I
this.
know. I'm asking a lot here.
No, you're perfect. Get over here.
I'm like, it's like right hook, right hook, right hook.
Make sure you have this. I'll just leave this right here for a second.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. He's right here.
Thanks, Gary. Have
Such a
great
pleasure.
day.
Thank you for
I
coming.
appreciate you.
Well, Sid's gonna help you. All right, cool. Don't forget your phone. Yep. Good? Good.
My name's Cole.
Cole, such a pleasure.
You too, man.
How are things?
Pretty good, pretty good. I've been following you since 2014, man.
I'm glad we made this happen.
I know.
Where do you live?
Philly. So
Philly.
I commented a couple days ago you liked and commented me back.
Yes.
And I drove up here.
I love it, man. C-O-L-E?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, dude.
Of course. It's pretty fun.
I know it is.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Photo?
Photo?
Yeah.
Photo too, yeah. Cool, thank you.
Thanks for coming,
Yeah,
man.
you too.
Have the best holiday.
You too.
Really appreciate it. Have the best day.
Hey man,
Hey, man.
last time I saw you was my birthday at
How are you?
VCon.
It's good to see you.
Oh, yeah, thank you for making VCon around my birthday.
It's the main reason we decided to do it then.
I figured so. Yeah, Hey, so can you sign these for me? I'm a part of Kangaroo Heroes.
Of course.
So it's a financial literacy NFT platform.
I love that.
The only reason I was
What's
at
up, brother?
VCon, this is my
How are
little
you?
brother, Jonas.
So it's such a pleasure, bro.
Only reason we were at VCon was because the founder purchased a kindred kangaroo.
That's awesome.
Our mascot's a kangaroo.
I love that.
And he was like, it's just right. He has a kindred. I'm a kindred spirit.
That's amazing.
And he's sending one of our members to VCon every year for 3 years.
That's amazing.
And I just so happened, I heard it. I was like, I'm going to be that person.
That's
No
awesome.
one's going to outwork me. And I got to go to Minneapolis and meet you, man. It was epic.
That's awesome.
It was
Where do you guys live?
We grew up in Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, oh, right here, right down the street.
I moved to Philly. My wife's active duty in the Navy.
Amazing.
So.
And where do you live? Elizabeth still? That's awesome.
And we just moved to Philly. They picked me up to work at the corporate office in Philadelphia.
It's awesome. Let's get this photo.
One, two, right here.
Perfect.
Cool.
My dude.
Excellent. Hey, can I ask
Yes.
you something?
Of course, of course.
So we had a rough upbringing. Both of our pops passed away when we were very young. So single mom,
Yeah.
double widow, and your content really gave me the juice that I needed to really pursue my dreams relentlessly. My name is Victor, and I thoroughly believe that I have a big purpose in this life. And after you came out with NFTs, I was like, you know what, let me do some research. Then this guy came out with his NFT platform, and I'm very bullish on helping him build his brand.
I love that.
You know?
Plus you get
you were
such
second up.
huge. Plus you get a ton of learnings from it. You're learning a ton of shit.
It's a startup, and I really want to help put it on a bigger map because we deserve some more recognition. I just don't know how to do that.
It's the same old game. Like, you know, I was in this store making videos every day for 4 years before anybody gave any fucks. It just
Yeah,
takes time. You know, like that platform, it's like, cool, I want to be a fucking bodybuilder, and you're like just starting at zero. Like, it's gonna be years of being in the gym, and I think, you know, too many people don't realize how much work of content, community, being in Discords, being on Twitter, making content day after day after day. This is 40 years in the making.
Yeah.
You know, and so like, I think people struggle a little bit of understanding, like when you're starting at zero, that nothing's gonna happen in the first year.
Patient panda.
Patient panda, like
sir.
nothing's gonna happen in the first year. Nothing, zero. 15 hours a day, every day, first year, no results. And people are like 3 weeks in, 3 months in, they're like, yo. And I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah, what, right?
You know what I mean? So I think it's that.
One more question.
Yeah.
One more question. What's something like that you say as young people would prioritize that may not be so important as we grow up?
Stuff. Things. This stuff. Kids, kids want material shit.
What do you say is the main goal in life?
To be happy.
Happiness.
To be happy.
Happiness. Peace
Right.
and love.
100%. Like being content, being joyful, being happy. All that stuff does for most people. Not always. There's no absolutes, but so many people try to use stuff to close the gap in the short term. Right? And so stuff is the thing that I wish people would prioritize less, and being thoughtful about your relationships and the things you spend your time on is what I want 20 and 30-year-olds to spend more time thinking about. Slow it down, you have time, everyone's in a rush to put the wins on the board, and that's a mistake.
Thank you.
You know? Awesome. Pleasure, brother. Pleasure. Yeah. Yep.
Can I get you on for our anniversary of purchasing the Kindred Kangaroo on a Twitter space for 2 minutes?
For 2 minutes? Yeah. You send an email to Gary@vfriends.com or Gary VaynerMedia, and you put 2 minutes Twitter spaces, Kangaroo, and I'll see that and I'll set it up. Take care, brother.
Take care.
What up? How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Brian?
Brian. Thank you for coming, brother.
Yes, sir.
Where do you live?
Connecticut.
Very nice, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, brother. You good? Let's take this photo. Do you have a phone?
Yeah.
Let's get the phone too.
Yeah.
Love you, Gary. Thanks, bro.
Thank you, brother.
It is an honor to finally meet you.
Thank you, my friend.
Man,
Such a pleasure.
I came across your content when I was in a dark place, so I needed to. You are top 3 people that I had to meet, and personally, thank you.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
I'm glad
for
we made it
making
happen.
time.
What's your name?
Manny Blue.
Manny.
And
Where do you live?
I live in Florida. I flew in. I was supposed to get here yesterday night, but my flight got delayed, so I got here this morning. So I'm running on 12 hours sleep.
Oh my
But
God.
I have to make it happen. I have to make it happen. I appreciate
So glad
everything
you're
you do,
here.
man.
Thank you for being here.
It's an honor.
It's a real pleasure. Let's take a photo.
I'll leave my back here.
Yeah, leave it right there.
Now, I was told you were doing an event also in Miami sometimes.
Yeah, next week I'll be in Miami for Art Basel on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
How do I get information, or how do I get
It's
it?
in the Discord. It's on my social.
Okay.
It's pretty easy to find. I'll be promoting it all week.
Sweet,
I'll
sweet.
start
Do you
sharing
need
tomorrow.
anything special to get in?
Yes, VFriend stuff. I'll share it out. You ping me, and there is some open stuff, and then there's some closed stuff. So I'll be sharing all those details.
Awesome. Thanks again, man. Appreciate
Thanks
you.
for coming, man. Pleasure. Hi. How are you?
Good.
Let me get this.
I'm so glad that she introduced me to your videos a couple of years ago.
Thank you.
A lot of what you say, well, everything you say is true, and a lot of what people wish to say but are afraid to say it.
I think that's right.
You know?
I think that's right.
I love it.
What's your names?
Cassandra. Oh, go ahead.
Cassandra.
Can you spell that for me?
C-A-S-S-A-N-D-R-A.
Yep. Love it. And you? Jennifer. Where do you guys live?
Monroe.
And I go to school in Montclair.
Oh, is that right? That's awesome.
So I have something for you. Over quarantine, I started my own small business.
Good for
and
you.
Tomorrow we have an event where I'm going to start selling my stuff.
Love.
And I started these new pour paint ornaments, and I know you like Disney,
This
so I
is
made one for you.
amazing.
You're the first one
Wanted
to
to
get
get one.
it.
You're very sweet. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
She knows you like the Disney.
It's so cool. Thank you. Nothing.
For you. Over quarantine, I started my own small business.
Good for
and
you.
Tomorrow we have an event where I'm going to start selling my stuff.
Love.
And I started these new pour paint ornaments, and I know you like Disney,
This
so I
is
made one for
amazing.
you.
You're the first one
Wanted
to
to
get
get one.
it.
You're very sweet. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
She knows you like the Disney.
It's so cool. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Thank you. Let's take a photo.
Okay. Oh, yes. Can we do a selfie with you?
Yeah, of course.
You go on. Let me have. You go on that side so I
Okay.
can
You
have
want
this
to take
side.
it?
You got your side?
I got my side. Go on that side. Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No worries. All right, and then
Okay.
this one?
Sorry.
This is
Go on
your.
that side.
Okay.
Yeah. This one.
She knows her side.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
It's so nice
Jennifer.
meeting
Such a
you.
pleasure, Cassandra. Thank you guys. Thank you for
We'll
coming.
continue watching, and your garage.
You like
Oh,
that?
I love
It's
it.
the best, right?
Love it. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Have the best day.
Michael, how you doing?
I'm well, Michael. How are you?
Good. Big Jeff fan, man.
I love that. We have a big one this weekend.
What do you think?
I'm in a very weird place with the whole situation.
Can't get any worse than fucking Zach, right?
You know, I'm a little bit of like a Zach apologist. Like, I still would like, you know, we played 5 of the best defenses in football.
Right.
I desperately wanted to see him
Yeah.
against this
Probably
defense.
wasn't ready last year anyway. He needed probably.
Well, you know what it is now? Like, all these quarterbacks are rushed because of the salary cap.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
how old are you?
42.
Right, so I'm 47 now.
Yeah.
You know, when we were growing up, and even before us, these quarterbacks had 3 years on the bench before they played.
Right.
But now, because if they're good, you got to pay them so much money on that
Yeah.
second contract. They're rushing all of them.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Dave
Let's take a quick.
Roberts
Yes.
went to summer camp with him for like 8 years.
No
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
No
So I still
shit.
keep
I
in
got
touch
it.
with him, so.
You got it. You
Yeah.
have a photo. You have a.
I don't. But,
Oh, you didn't bring. You don't have a phone?
Oh, phone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my buddy's got it over there.
Oh, he's
taking a
got it.
picture.
Look,
Yeah.
is this it?
Yeah.
Roddy's the best dude.
Yeah, he's my man. I love that.
He's the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
dude.
Thank you for
You guys
everything
keep in
that you
touch?
do. Yeah, we do.
That's
We do,
awesome.
man. Really,
Pleasure.
love your content. Everything.
Thank you, brother. Where do you live?
Real inspiration. Scotch Plains.
Oh, no
15
shit.
minutes from
That's
here.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever been to the store before?
No, my first time.
Cool, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
Great
it's
job.
the
man.
old stop and
Yeah,
drive.
thank you
brother,
for everything that you do, brother.
real
All right,
pleasure.
man. Thank you.
Really nice meeting you.
You too.
Have the best holiday.
Thanks. You too.
I mean, you're warming my heart with that hoodie.
How you doing, brother?
I'm too well. You?
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Actually, I met you at the Ravens-Jets preseason game.
I love that.
Yeah, everyone was coming up to you, and I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm a huge,
I
huge
appreciate
fan.
it.
So I'm like,
Thank you,
I
brother.
just said hello, and then you were on your way. I don't
Thank
want
you,
to take
brother.
up too
What's your
much
name?
time. Patrick.
Patrick.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind
Pleasure.
signing the book also.
Yeah, to you?
Yes, please.
You got it. Yep.
Sorry.
No worries.
Huge, huge fan.
Dude, what do you think this Sunday?
Well,
I know.
I'm a Jets fan, so we're
We're
going
always
in with
nervous.
the win, so I'm nervous as hell, but Zach needs to take a seat though.
Yeah,
let
I get
him
it.
let
I
him
get
learn
it.
some.
You want to take a photo?
Yeah.
He's got it. My man.
Thank you. Thanks for
You had a
having me.
good
This is
holiday?
awesome.
It's
This
cool,
place
right?
is awesome.
Have you ever been? First
It's my
time?
first time.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's rad, right?
Absolutely.
It's a different kind of place.
Absolutely.
My
It's
man.
nice meeting you.
Such a pleasure.
Happy Thanksgiving
You
to you
too,
and
my
your
man.
family.
You too, my
Can't
man.
wait to try this stuff.
Oh my God, this is insane what they did.
Awesome.
It's
Thank
really
you again.
cool. Stay
Good
well.
to see you, dude.
Pleasure.
175 people in line.
Okay.
Which means if we do 1 minute per person,
Right.
that's your 3 hours right there.
Okay, so let's educate everybody that I'm trying to get through to everybody. So let's like really work in to give people a sense of that. My friend. It's good to see
nice
you.
to meet you.
How are you, my friend?
I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous, brother. How are things? What's your name?
Everything's good. My name is Jody.
Jody.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you actually.
Yep.
My plan is to create my own brand.
Yep.
I want to sell like hair care products for people with curly hair.
Yes.
I come from the Dominican
Of course,
Republic,
of course.
So I've been here for 4 years.
Yep.
And where I come from, curly hair is something very common.
Of course.
And there people call like curly hair bad hair.
Yes.
So when I moved here, there's a lot of people with straight hair. They were like, "Oh, I love your curls and
Yes.
everything." So I was like, "Oh, why don't I should create like my own product?"
I love that.
And sell it to people like that have curly
I get
hair.
it.
So so people can encounter. But right now, there's a lot of people that is doing the same thing. That
A
are
ton.
in the beauty industry.
A lot.
So my question is, what do you think that I can make different to make my
The product has to be as good, but the marketing has to be better. And for you being a young person, outflanking your competitors with the social media creative is going to be your biggest chance. So if you're better at TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all this, then that's where your chance comes from. Pleasure, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's do a photo. My friend.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure. Take care. How are you?
Good, what about you?
So nice to meet you. Pleasure.
I only want to ask you one quick question. What do you think about the future between fiat and cryptocurrency?
I think they're both going to coexist. It's and, not or. It's going to be both.
Because I see a lot of controversy between fiat and crypto. And many people be saying that fiat is going to, at some point in time, disappear and crypto is going to take the power.
And. For as long as you and I are alive, and. Both. Yeah.
Thank you,
My
Dad.
friend, have the best holiday.
You too.
Pleasure. Photo? Oh. Pleasure. Get home safe. Thank you for coming, guys.
How are you?
How are you, my
Pleasure
friend?
to meet you.
Such a pleasure. How are things?
Yeah, great. I have to thank you for inspiring my son, energizing him. He loves everything that you write. He reads it all. He tells me.
I'm humbled.
Yeah, we're here today.
Humbled,
For
my friend. What's your name?
field trip. Scott.
Scott.
I appreciate it very much.
It means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Got it?
Love your T-shirt too.
Thank you, my friend. It's true.
It's very true.
It's very true. It's a real honor to meet you. Where do you live, my friend?
South Jersey.
Yeah? Where? What part?
Washington Township.
Oh, I know it well. Yeah. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Stop over for dinner.
I would love that. My man. What's up, brother?
I gotta thank you because 2 years ago I watched your trash talk video.
Yes.
I got into it, started flipping stuff. Last year I did $50,000.
Say that one more time for all the people at home.
So
What
2
was it?
years ago, I got into flipping stuff based on Gary's trash talk video. I did 50K in sales last year. It was truly incredible. This guy is the GOAT. My question for you is...
What's your name, brother?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yep. My question for you is, so I'm at where I am at now.
Yep.
How do I 10X it?
By realizing the things that you're learning in the way that you look for stuff, how you market it on eBay. What do you sell on?
eBay, Mercari. I'm getting into Amazon right
Yep,
now. That's
yep.
a big thing.
So it's all that, right? Like it's the same journey I had. Learning how to do baseball card tables,
Right.
learning how to buy on at garage sales and sell on eBay, then translated to the way I sold here,
Yep.
which then translated into the way that I taught companies how to sell. And so you're so young, you're learning a lot more marketing skills, supply and demand,
Right.
work ethic, because it's a grind to ship all that stuff.
Yep, yep.
So I think by not worrying about 10xing it, is the way you'll most likely 10x it.
And then what do you think about using platforms like Instagram, TikTok to teach other people to kind of go forward?
I think that's such a, to me, I think there's 2 ways to think about that. I think one, I would try to continue down a path of building products and services before you teach it. I think a lot of youngsters do something well for a year and right away are like, wait a minute, I'm gonna sell this for $1,000 a per. They go too quick into that. Keep honing your skills. You're still early in it.
That macro patience.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I think that will always be there.
Right.
But I think doing better at content on TikTok and Shorts, figuring out Amazon search, expanding it to Facebook Marketplace and other things, just honing your skills for longer before you become a guru.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Do you mind if we get a picture?
I would love to.
Cool. I'll come around this side.
You got it. My man.
Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure.
You changed my life. Thank you.
Hey, brother. Have the best holiday.
You too. Thank you.
Hey, how are you, Gary?
Quite well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here.
Glad to be here.
My name is Jacob, by the way.
Jacob?
Yeah. So I actually
Jacob?
C-O-B, yes, sir. I wasn't a huge Garyvee fan until I heard you on Sahel Bloom and Greg Eisenberg's podcast.
Yes.
What happens? I'm huge on startups.
Yes.
And I know you have a past history with like Uber, Snapchat, and all
Yes.
that. So I just want to let you know that I'm building a startup right now. I would love if you signed this as well. This is my startup notebook. So like every
It's
little
really
mistake,
cool.
every little mistake or like whatever progress I make, like I write down.
I
like
love
it's
that
like
for you.
frameworks and like hypotheses and everything.
I
So,
love
like,
that.
Yeah, because like
It's cool.
essentially it's like building
It'll
patterns.
be fun to look at in the future. Yep.
Yes, sir. And I want to be able to like just write about it and like again like you have past experiences. You said that you were.
Want me to sign this?
Yeah. Could you sign it over here?
Yeah, wherever you want.
Awesome. First page over here.
You got it.
I know one of the things that you said is that you're not any more special than the person left to right of you, but you're humble and that you will look at patterns, and I think that's amazing because like it really brought into perspective. Like you look at the most amazing people, like they're regular people like you and I.
100%.
But like you just work differently, and I think like that was contagious, and like that's something that like continues to like, I don't know, like keep me going.
Yeah, I think the concept of like ambition and patience. Like notice I wrote slow down because you have such good energy and you have the hunger. That will get you so far. It's this part that people struggle with.
Okay.
Like it's so easy to be hungry and motivated and aspirational. It comes with like a lot of people's DNA.
Right.
But the concept of like slowing down and putting in the work, it's so fun when I'm here because this is the place that
this is awesome.
I and my dad built, and it was built from every day, not worrying about where I was gonna be one day, just worrying on the task at hand of like, let me hone my skills, let me build the best company that I can build. And so I think that if you can add that part to what you're, like you got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like probably with modern, how old are you?
22.
You probably are gonna live for another 100 fucking years.
You're gonna be there up. You're gonna be there too.
I'd like to think so, but I'm at the age, with you characters under 25, like just the truth of modern medicine, it's just gonna work out for you. So just being thoughtful about that, keep that in mind, okay?
So I know that, you started working here. You were a box cutter, right? So
Yes.
like my dad has a small restaurant. I was a dishwasher. That was my moonlight job.
It's huge.
It taught me that
It's a
like
huge advantage.
You need to be in the trenches, as you
100%.
said. What do you think is something that like you use as a framework to like continue to like scale, right? Because like everything's a small idea.
Yep.
Scalability is what matters. That's what brought this business.
To me, it's people.
Yeah.
To me, it's when I look around, Sid, Dustin, Andrew, like to me, like looking around, it's just people. Scalability comes through retention of teammates in perpetuity. So I think where true scalability comes in is not just the technology, but it's the people. And I think you'll find that to be true as you go through the next 2 decades. So I think it's find your partners in crime, your right hands, right? Brandon's running around here. He was my best friend when we were 14 years old. And literally freshman year of high school, I'm like, I'm gonna hire this dude. Like he's gonna work with me. And we are now here literally, 33 years later, and he's in this store. Jeff DeRose is running around here. I met him in German class freshman year of high school.
These are homeboys.
Sid was an intern and is now here for 10 years. Like it's about people. It's about people.
Awesome.
My man.
Thank you so much.
Nice
Can
to
we
meet
take
you.
a selfie real
Yes,
quick?
of course.
Thank you.
Where do you live?
I live I'm a student at Rutgers in New Brunswick.
super close.
Yeah, super
I grew up
close.
in Edison.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Pleasure,
I'd
brother.
love to let you know about my startup one day when it's ready.
Send me an email.
When it's ready.
Anytime. Take care.
A beautiful McAllen 12.
I love it. You want me to do it on the bottom?
Yeah, please.
How you doing, brother? You got my email yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Or the day
Yes,
before?
I did, and
Good.
I appreciate that.
I'm on top of it.
I wanted to come here in person and actually thank you, and not like through email. Yeah.
I'm
So
glad
really
you came
thank
through, bro.
about
I love
that.
your energy, bro.
Thank you so much.
I'm really, really focused on getting you there.
Thank you.
And I'll make it
Thank
happen.
you. Thank you so much.
They just need a little bit of time.
Yeah, I understand that. And I know people flew out over here to like talk to you, and like, so I know we already have a relationship.
Yep.
I won't waste that
Yep.
time. So
Good
yeah.
to see you, brother. Have the best holiday.
Thank you so much. You too,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
Got you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
man.
Love that.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Talk to you, brother.
Talk to you later. Yeah.
Pretty cool store, right?
Yeah. That's fucking sick.
Man.
It's such a pleasure. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm the most important person you're going to meet today.
I love it.
Because I have an agency that does TikToks for businesses that go viral.
Yes.
And year to date, we did over 3.4 billion views.
Amazing.
For our clients, 100% organic, everything.
I get it.
The only thing I want is I want to scale. So scaling is I really want. I know how to pick people, but I don't have who to pick. So
You don't have inbound. You don't. You know how. You feel confident in picking people. You just haven't. You don't get enough inbound of people.
I'm the 19-year-old that makes TikToks.
Of course.
You're Garyvee.
I get that.
And if we can do something and have your name on my product, everybody would want to come. And I would have leverage on picking the right people and everything. I'm ready to scale. I have everything down, all my steps and everything. And it would be really amazing if we could do something like
So I
that.
think the biggest thing is I have to get a real sense of you. To just co-sign someone without context is a challenge.
Yeah, you could
So
get
what? So why don't you send me an email with full details? Let me skim it. Set up a Zoom with you in January and take it from there.
Yeah. Well, my agency did like the most viewed organically commercial TikTok, 124 million views on one video.
It's amazing.
And
What kind of business was it?
It was Ulta Buddy. You can search on TikTok, and so many businesses that I work with,
awesome.
from crypto gaming platforms to
Where do you live?
Footwear. I live in Montreal. I flew in
Amazing.
today, 6 a.m.
Amazing, brother.
So, yeah.
Sid, I want you to get this kid's info. He seemingly is crushing TikTok organic. He wants to scale his agency, so he wants a cosign for talent.
Not co-sign, but like maybe even merge. Like
Great.
become part of it.
This is the right person for you. Why don't you guys get, he flew in from Montreal this morning. He has an organic TikTok for a company he did that got 124 million views. So I want you to dig under the hood here and get connected.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
Real pleasure.
Real pleasure.
You want to take a photo?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Got you.
Oops.
Oh.
My jacket.
No worries, brother. I like your jacket.
Thank you
Sid
so much.
runs my team. He's the right person.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
That would be
All right,
amazing.
brother. Pleasure, my man. My man, it's great to see you. How you been?
See you again.
It's great
Just
to
seen
see
you
you
in New York
I
the
know.
other week.
It's great to see you. Hi.
But, we told you signed some stuff for our friends
Yes,
before.
yes.
I got pictures of them this time. We don't
Want
even
me to
they
sign
don't
them?
even- if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
that'd be Great.
How you been?
Great.
Good.
Looking forward to actually something I wanted to run past you.
Please.
I was looking at doing an Instagram page. It's going to call for a trip in a VCon.
I love it.
So I want to post these up. Like I was going to do about the Statue of Liberty, the Philly,
That's
do
awesome.
like the Liberty Bell, all kinds of stuff.
I love it.
So, by the way, she threw up on this one, and she's. If you could see Sarah, no, like we're sent. She's going to die, and it's going to be the most hilarious thing. Yeah.
So good.
What do you call it?
So go ahead.
So I was looking at, like, because I road tripped out the last one, I road
Yep,
tripped out this
yep.
one. So it's like we're in Philly, like I do with the Liberty Bell. We're probably going to post them up with Santa and just like start doing it, like
So
hashtag
cool.
everything. Would
So
that be cool?
Very cool. And,
I wanted to
and
ask you-
email me. You definitely should do that. And when you populate it a little bit,
Yeah.
5, 7, 10 posts,
Yeah.
send me an email and I'll share it in my stories. Give it some awareness.
Awesome, brother. Would you mind if I got a picture with you just holding them?
Yeah, of
'Cause
course.
These are going to be the star of the set. So if
Let's
I
do
get
it.
them with you.
Get in here. Who's got your
Oh,
camera?
She
Give
does.
it. Oh, there we go. I love it.
Would you mind if I took one just
Of
for you?
course, brother.
Thank you.
Of course, brother.
Could I ask you to sign some of the wine? Would you
Of
mind?
course, I would love to.
Thank you so much. I can put it on the table if you want.
I got it, brother. How are things otherwise?
Great, man.
Yeah?
Like I said, we seen that you were coming back for this. We're like, we gotta go back and do it
I'm
again.
glad.
Because I didn't want to do the Instagram thing without like getting like the
That's
ominous
very
dominance
nice.
on it.
That's very nice.
Because I figure a lot of people were like, oh, it's not a big deal, but they're like,
How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
It was phenomenal. How was yours?
Good.
We were bouncing around her parents, my parents.
Where do the parents live?
Everybody's in Philly. So it's nice now that
Not too bad.
I'm out of the Marine Corps and I'm just home in Philly.
So nice, huh?
Don't have to go nowhere.
All right, brother. Got
Thank
that.
you so much for
Such a
everything.
pleasure. Great to see you.
I'm gonna let her get in.
Yep. You should be all good at this point.
We just throw one in between each page.
I think so. I think they're definitely dried at this point. How are you? Put it right here. Of course. So
Happy
good to see you. You
Thanksgiving.
too. How are things? Sign of tops?
Yes, please. I just want to say thank you because, you know, you're such an inspiration to me. You helped me get through, like, with work and everything. I changed careers, and I do clinical research now as a clinical coordinator.
I love it.
But I just thought that you inspired me to just move forward. Like, how do you know when to move forward? Like, when's the next step? Like, you just instantly know.
I mean, I think everybody knows everyone's scared.
Yeah.
Everybody can feel when they're unhappy and they want to do something else. It's that they're scared of, will it work out?
Mm-hmm.
What will other people think? So, you know, I don't think there's a single person on earth that doesn't know when. I think they just need support to actually doing it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. Such a pleasure.
Let me see where my camera. Oh, right over
there
here.
it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
So
to
happy
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
We'll see you.
I guess I'll see you
anytime.
soon. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing.
We're so happy you released it.
No more teasers.
What's up, Gary?
What's up, my day?
Nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure. How are things?
Same. Good,
Good.
man. So, quick question.
Yes. What's your name, brother?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
When you're starting a new venture and
Yes.
for new business, how do you get over the fear of like losing and just changing that mindset to like progress in life?
By understanding that it's impossible to win if you're not willing to lose. Such a pleasure. How are things?
I met you in London once.
It's good to see you again. How are things?
Pretty good.
Good.
I came to talk to you about Wuxi World.
Please.
It's like the only NFT that I didn't make money on.
Okay.
It minted like 14 months ago, and they were kind of vague for like 1 year about what was going on. So
Yes.
I did what no other NFT holder's ever done before. I got on a plane from Europe, and I simply visited them in Montreal yesterday.
Yes.
Asked them what's going on.
Yes.
They turned out to be really good people.
Yes.
But they sort of came clean and said that the game, it's scrapped. They're
Yeah.
not doing that anymore.
Yes.
They're now becoming an animation.
Yes.
So I was wondering if you could sign it.
Yes.
I was wondering if you could maybe make a video saying something to the Wuxi World community or the project that, you know.
I wouldn't be comfortable doing that because I just don't have enough context. I'd have to, you know, like I don't really know what, you know, I'd like to be a little bit more knowledgeable about like what I'm speaking to.
Yeah, exactly.
It puts me in a precarious spot.
Yeah, it's like a restart.
Yeah, you know, so.
Thank you for that.
Of course,
great.
my friend.
Also,
Where do you live?
in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands.
Yeah, I've got like 3 weeks. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, yeah.
Very cool. Let's take a photo.
Yeah.
Who's got your camera? You have it?
I have it.
Yeah, let's give it to the team.
Thanks.
Camera good.
My friend, such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good time in the States. Talk soon. Yo. How are you?
Hey, Gary.
We should have somebody there grabbing cameras.
Thank you so much for creating this community for us.
Of course, brother.
I just want to show you this thing I drew
It's fucking
last
fresh.
night. I wanted to show it to you. So, yeah, if you're okay with that, like drawing.
Yeah, do your
Max,
thing. You know
yeah.
I've always supported you.
Thank you so
like,
much, man.
obviously I always have to be careful because my legal team is always worried that if I'm too passive with IP,
Yeah,
it
for
opens
sure.
us up to losing some of our rights.
Yeah.
But you know, I've always got love for you, and like, you know,
so much,
yeah,
man.
man.
I
You're a
had,
talented kid.
I had a coffee shop a few years ago, right down the street in Milburn Avenue.
That's insane.
And unfortunately, I wasn't a good operator.
Yet.
But I built it with kindness. And there was a lot of stuff in the service industry, as you know.
Yeah.
Like taking care of advantage
Course,
of people
course.
and stuff. And I just wanted to come in with like a lot
I
of
love
kindness.
that.
But when I closed it, it was a gut punch.
Of course.
And then
Losing
I
is
found your content.
Yes.
And your content, 100% was like, saved me, man. It saved me. And it affirmed that kindness was like the biggest thing. And I was like, because I thought I was losing because I was trying to be kind.
Yeah.
And then I took accountability for
Yeah,
trying to be like an operator. Like,
correct.
Like, I was kind of like looking for other things to blame on.
Of
And
course.
then when you told
nice
me like
guys finish last and all that.
Right. And then when I got the accountability that you said about like, oh yeah, I didn't operate right.
Correct.
But I
You had the
went in with-
kindness part down. You had
kindness
the
was good.
soft stuff right.
Right.
You didn't have the hard stuff right.
Right. And it freed me up.
I
It
love
freed me
it.
up, and then I was able to
To
like,
lean into what you do.
And thank you so much.
Max, it's always
I
great
owe
to see
everything.
you. You owe everything to yourself, brother. You got it?
1, 2.
My man.
Dustin's the best.
That I know. He's my guy.
Thank you so
my
much.
man. So good to see
Appreciate
you. God, I'm glad you got that.
Thank you.
Take care. My man. How are you, brother?
God.
You pissed
For
about
you.
yesterday?
Dude, well, this is for you.
Thank
so
you, my dude.
I've got the man thread.
This is
right?
fucking
and
awesome.
I put my Instagram because when COVID hit, I started getting into sports cards again with you.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit and I went full go. So I started my own LLC. I got it going. So I put my name on there. But if you could sign that piece
Of
too,
course,
it's funny.
brother.
I never do box breaks. So a couple of months ago, I did a select box breaks. I hit the gold Macho Man.
That's
Out of 10.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was sick. It
That's
was
unbelievable.
sick.
Sign this?
Yeah, dude, please
got it.
do. Thank you so much,
My
brother.
dude.
Love
Happy
you, man.
holiday.
Hey, you know what I gotta tell you?
Please.
That this guy on your team, I've been following him.
He's the best.
He is great.
He's the best.
He's awesome.
Get the photo.
1, 2. Perfect.
Awesome, brother. Talk to you soon. Giants pissed you off last night? That was a tough one. Sure. It's good to see you, brother.
It's good to see you too.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, thanks.
What's cooking?
I've been waiting for the right time to give you this.
You feel like this is it?
Yeah, well,
I'm excited.
It's Rare Robot Day.
Oh man, this is fucking beautiful. Who made this?
Artist named Karuncho.
Karuncho.
He actually, he got inspired by that first Rare Robot video.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to make something for Gary.
This is
he passed it
gorgeous.
to me, thinking I could get it to you.
And he was right.
Today was the right time.
I want to, Sid, I want to frame this. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, I can relate with you on how.
Got
Yeah,
it?
it's fun,
You'll take the
right?
lead on that?
There's no wine, but we have the empathy. There's like a lot of little.
I'm gonna look. Yeah, I want to really
details.
look at it. It's cool.
Yeah.
How you been?
Working on it, making some practical shifts.
Yeah. Everything
Yeah.
okay? Maybe we'll talk in Miami.
Ultimately, yes.
Good. Okay.
Ultimately, yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Need anything from me?
yeah. Not that I feel like I can ask for. I think I got to work my shit together first.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you'll come and ask when you think you're ready.
Yes, I
Okay,
will.
good.
I appreciate the open door.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
I'll see
Thanks
you in
for
Miami.
everything, man. Yeah, you'll definitely see
I'm
me
gonna
in
stop
Miami.
by. Yeah, seriously, I mean it when I say that.
Thank you.
When you figure out those pieces, you come. We'll
Okay.
talk.
Thank you.
Photo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's got it?
Beautiful.
Glad you're here.
We should do it with the paint.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. One more.
Nice. Thanks.
Awesome.
man. Have
You
fun.
got it, Sid.
And happy
Great to
birthday.
see you. Thank you, brother. Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. I don't know
Nice to
where
meet you.
you're
I'll
from.
take
Okay.
this.
Sorry.
No, are you kidding me? Thank you. You want me to sign this stuff?
Yes, please. I understand that the little guys are too much, but the big guys
I
really
can
appreciate.
I can do. Do you want it on tag or on
On the face.
on the face? You got it. How are things?
Good. Good. I love your videos. I started watching them. You were talking about how like younger kids, like it's okay to fail, it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to be lost when you're trying to learn how to figure out this world. So
100%.
it definitely helped me in my undergrad. I'm in nursing school now, but
You know what's so funny? It's not even being lost. Too many people are like, I'm lost. You're not lost. You're just in the process.
yeah. Okay.
Nobody's fucking lost.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like a incredibly like pessimistic. Like everyone's like, I'm lost. I'm like, you're not lost. You're just in the process.
True.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're
That's
all
great
in the
perspective.
process. 100%. Where do you live?
I live in Philly.
Philly.
That's my brother actually. We drove
Got
out
it.
to see
Got it. What's your name again?
Ashley.
Ashley.
But it was so nice meeting you.
So nice to meet you as well. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thanks
I think
for
those should be
coming out
good.
and everyone meet you.
It's fun. It's so good to be together. Team, can you help here? Oh, let's get a photo first. Such
Thank
a
you
pleasure,
so
Ashley.
much.
Have the best holidays.
You too. Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
There you go. Honor to meet you.
Such a pleasure.
Pleasure, yeah.
How are things?
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Everything well?
Appreciate it. Yeah. Question for you. Did you get my email this morning?
I did. I'm way behind on email this morning.
I figured
I'm
I'd
sure
try
I
emailing
did.
you.
But go ahead.
Well, there's a little heads up about this. So I was hoping to get your signature on one of these two, but you should probably read it before.
Hi, Garyvee.
And I hope you have a sense of humor.
Give you 10.
Or you can sign this one instead.
I love that. Fine. This one, I could put a big fat
Big fat maybe.
because I'm happy to look at it. So
And
this
then
is
this is my cover letter and resume, so you can keep all
looking to
that.
join Vayner.
Yeah.
That's your ambition.
Absolutely. Also, his name John Rulin, ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, Giftology.
Yeah.
Have you read it yet?
The book?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
but,
I don't know if he sent it.
But
to
I know it. I mean, he gave it to
He's
me. I
been
just don't. I
He's
just
been
don't
a colleague
read.
of mine for
Is that
20
right?
years. Yeah,
I love
so
that.
I know him. I saw him on your YouTube channel.
Yeah. So I'm giving this to you.
So that's where I come from with, he's been a mentor, colleague of mine. And,
Your email. You sent me an email this morning.
Yep. My cards there.
Yep.
All my
That I don't
info.
need. As long as I've got the email, then
yeah.
I will forward it to the top of the list, and you'll get an email from our HR department.
Awesome.
Next week.
I would love it.
Pleasure, my friend.
Yeah.
Photo.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, brother. Stay well. Take care, brother.
Thank you so much, Ron.
Hey, brother. Good to see you again. How you
Great
been?
to see you. Good. How was Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. How are you?
Good. So I'm currently at Penn State,
Yep.
and I went to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
But then when I was doing it, I was like, don't really want to do that anymore. So now I'm kind of undecided. I don't think I don't really know what I would do if I'm not. I think I'm gonna stick it through as of now, but I'm
For
kind
now.
of in this.
But you're searching for other
yeah,
things.
I'm I have no idea what I want to do.
That's fine.
But yeah.
You're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
That's not what life is actually like. You're too young. You haven't done shit yet. You haven't by experiencing the thesis of maybe wanting to be a veterinarian, by doing the classes, you realize you didn't want to do it.
Exactly.
You need to do that another 40 times, and maybe on the third time you do find the thing. But this concept that kids are anxious about not knowing is fucking crazy. You're not supposed to know.
I gotta be a patient panda.
Gotta be a patient panda.
But I hang this up on the wall in my dorm room, and I think the blue would look
Let's do
great
it.
on it.
Let's do it. Hold it. Love it.
Thank you so
You
much.
got it, brother.
1, 2, 3.
My man.
Can I get a hug?
Of course.
Oh.
Have the best holiday, brother.
Thank you.
Stay well.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
So well.
Good to finally meet you.
Such a pleasure.
How are
Me
you?
too. I'm quite well.
It's been a long time. Been a
I'm
big
glad we
fan.
did this.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank
What's
you.
your name?
Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah, you watching World Cup today?
And I
You watching it?
absolutely am.
Yeah.
I was there.
You were?
I was in Qatar. I was at the U.S. Wales match. I was at the Saudi Argentina.
Wales, though?
What's that?
How did they tie to Wales? You guys in Wales, you know?
That was because it was a ridiculous penalty in the box for no reason.
I know.
For no reason.
I know. Can we
Where do you
get a
live?
photo?
Yeah, of course.
I lived here for 6 years now.
Where?
Rockaway.
Close.
So I'm not far.
I'm so glad we met.
You too. You're
Cheers.
awesome. Question for you
Cheers.
quickly.
Please.
What's your best advice for someone who's starting a business?
Best advice for what?
I just started my own business in sports. It's like sports, soccer.
So I think the best advice is usually predicated on a question, which is, what are you most struggling with?
Well, I just started. I got my first contract. It went really
Amazing.
well.
Good.
So it's like hiring. I need to hire good people. I don't
Yep.
just want to hire anyone.
Don't think that you're gonna actually do a great job at it.
Yeah.
Focus on training and firing if it's not right versus being perfect at hiring. Because
Okay.
you're not gonna know.
That's the thing.
You're not gonna know. Like when I saw that we hired Dustin, I was like, this guy's got no chance. He ended up being amazing. Other people we hired, I'm like, this is gonna be the best person ever, and they stink.
Do you go for like characteristics and like experience over education?
Yeah, but you don't have enough reps yet of like you've got to, right? It's like
Yeah.
practice. It's like sport. Like you haven't even put in the practice yet. So you just got to hire, train to the best of your ability, and be okay with firing.
That's the thing, is having those tough conversations.
That. Cheers. How are you?
Good. Hey, nice
Ready?
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, she introduced me to your content not too long ago,
Well,
so I'm just learning.
I'm glad. What's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle. Nice to meet you, brother. How's your day?
It's going well.
You ready for this match?
Oh, we'll see. I'm hoping we get the win. I'm more of a hockey guy.
Yeah, I love hockey too. I'm a big Rangers fan growing up.
Oh,
Andrew's
Devils.
a real. Oh my God, have they won 13 games in a row?
Yeah, it's
Fucking
crazy.
insane.
I wasn't expecting that this year. Cool.
Brother,
Hey, thanks. Nice
such
to
a
meet
pleasure. Such a pleasure. Have a great holiday.
You too.
Take care of yourself. Hi, great shirt.
Thanks.
I like that.
How are you?
Yes, you may.
Oh my gosh.
Such a pleasure.
So real quick, I'm Amy Gopel, and I run Picatinny Arsenal, 25 minutes away from here for the Army. I'm in HR.
That's amazing.
So we built an entire wellness room strictly around this book. So
I'm very humbled.
I'm putting out the 12-week strategies, 12-month strategies on every
Characteristic.
characteristic.
You're very
and
sweet.
the morale has already increased. Like our wellness room, we're 25 minutes away.
I love
What
that.
can we do to convince you guys to come help the Army?
I would love to. I will.
How can I collaborate that? Like,
I-
it's the biggest thing that we need to do.
I'm happy to come through next year and give a talk or something of that nature. I'm 25 minutes away from here for the Army. Connect with her, get her info, get it to Zach, and we'll come at some point next year. Nadler.
1, 2, amazing.
I'm in.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Pleasure. I'll be there.
All right.
It's on film. Like,
Yes.
you know, it's gonna be hard for me to avoid.
Oh, sorry, man. How's it going?
Really good, brother.
That's my wife.
She's
amazing.
awesome.
She's an amazing.
She's
person.
awesome. You must be an amazing person to get her.
Thank you. Here,
You're
do mind
welcome.
signing that?
I would love to.
I have one thing she wants her to show you. I wanted to surprise her. So she wrote a book. You want to keep? I want you to
I wanna
keep
keep
one.
it.
And if you can sign one for her.
Yes.
It's about kindness. She wrote it about 7 years ago. It's about the ripple effect. If you had a chance to look at it, there's a lot of it's a really cool book the way that it works. So your first act of kindness, you hand the book to the person with your kindness, and at the end, that their act of kindness is to bring the book back to you.
I love that.
Yeah. So.
You're a good dude.
All right, man.
Pleasure.
You too, man. Pleasure meeting you too.
Did you want me to sign some of that stuff?
Actually, I have. Here's another surprise. She doesn't know I got these for her. You're awesome.
Love
Thank
you,
you
brother.
so much, man.
Talk soon.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, brother.
I got too much stuff.
It's awesome. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, brother. You
Just
sign
want
this
to say,
for me.
man, like, you've changed so many people's lives, and including mine. Like,
I'm humbled.
the things that I've learned from you, it's just been amazing.
Thank you.
Especially marketing. Like, I got into learning about marketing because of you. When I saw
Flattered.
that video that you posted talking about target, like, make a video, target the audience, and retarget them, and then like you believe in marketing
Yes.
for the rest of your life.
Yes.
It's like boom.
Clicked.
Yeah, right away.
What's your name?
Andy.
Andy.
Yeah.
So nice to meet you, man. Where do you live?
I live in North.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hop in a skip.
Yeah, yeah, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's fast. You didn't realize how close it
I
was.
like,
Yeah.
I have to go.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
My man. It's such a pleasure. Who's got the camera right there? It's first time in the store?
Yeah, actually.
Pretty cool, right?
I had a quick question.
Yeah.
Like, well, since I got into the marketing, you know, when you get into the marketing world, there's like a lot of things, like a lot of things just being bombarded,
Yeah.
right? Like, how do I get rid of the woman in the red dress, like in the Matrix? Like, how do I get rid of the distractions?
I think it's practice. I think it's understanding yourself. What's distracting you?
I don't know. I guess the things that are around me, like at first, it was like friends that are like out partying, so I
Right.
let that go.
Yep.
You know, I put that aside. Like, I
Now
can't
is
be-
it just success faster?
I think so.
It's always the same shit. It's like, how fast can I get my whip? How fast can I get to that place? How fast can I be like hit, right?
Yeah.
It just slow it down.
Yeah.
Bro,
Be at my own
nothing
pace.
good comes fast.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes fast. So it's you know, all that stuff in your stream where you're like, oh, I want to be like that soon.
Yeah.
It's the same shit as the friends that were going out.
True.
It's just slow it down. It will come.
Yeah.
It will come, but you just got to put in more work.
Yeah. Just be patient. Like,
You can't get to that. You can't get to the 1% 1 month, 1 year in. It's just not the way it is.
yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, this is what we can fix. Thank you, man.
Oh, my
Appreciate
man.
it.
Stay well. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you. You're very sweet.
I actually had a question.
Please.
So I'm at this point in my life where I have been completely humbled, in the sense where I was making almost 100K a year, and now I'm making 0K a year. I am unemployed, and I'm at rock bottom again, and I guess I'm just like building a foundation.
Yep.
I have a couple business ideas.
Yep.
I actually just opened a paint company, but I haven't got traction on it, and I actually saw this.
You're like,
I'm happy. I actually have my business card to
please,
give you.
please. Thank you.
Be an opportunity.
Maybe, yeah.
I would love to be able to help with this.
This has shelving coming in, but nonetheless. So what's the question?
The overall question is, I don't know what way to go since I don't have any money to play with.
Yes.
I was thinking of doing Turo and maybe opening an LLC and then
Yep.
try to buy a car through that. But
Yep.
how can I even do that if I don't have any income?
That's going to be too hard.
I think so. I guess I'm trying to figure out what's my starting point right now.
Was the income before a job?
Yes, I'm a business consultant.
Understood. And you had clients?
Yes.
And now they're all gone?
Yes, and now I'm just at this point where I'm stuck.
Are you producing content for LinkedIn and YouTube Shorts to try to get more clients?
No.
That.
You think
The number one thing when you have no money.
Yeah, because that's where I'm at.
I get it. I get it. And I see a lot of people winning with no money. They're making a commitment to organic content on social media.
That's what I was thinking.
You've got to do that. You've got to make videos and talk your shit. About paint,
I don't want
about
to
business.
Explain like the journey of being an entrepreneur and
All
going
of
through
it.
self-employed and just
All
like
of that.
the hurdles and just being
Try to get
vulnerable.
consulting clients, try to speak about paint, try to be vulnerable, try to be confident, mix it all in, but you've got to produce content and let the algorithm get you awareness because you don't have the dollars to get you awareness.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I
Cool.
appreciate that. Do you
Got
mind
you.
if we can get this?
Want me to sign it?
Got you. Thank you.
Of course. Vina Verde.
I'm into interior design too. I went to school for architecture, so
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wine Text TV. This is episode 1 of what used to be called The Thunder Show. I did 1,000+ episodes. I did a couple of special ones of Wine Library TV. But as I start on this journey, 18 years to the day when I started Wine Library TV, I am rebranding it, and this is episode 1 of Wine Text TV. Winetext.com, the single best way to buy wine on the internet in the world, according to my father, Sasha Vaynerchuk. I know my dad and mom are watching, so big shout out to them. I'm really excited to be doing this show, and it's a very special show because 18 years ago today, I started my internet journey. It was the first time I ever made a piece of content for the internet ever. And I want to thank everybody that follows me at Garyvee on every platform because we're going live here during the show. When I'm here, often I will be live, predominantly on Twitch, so twitch.tv/GaryVee. Throw that up, Dustin. That is where I will be normally live if you want to continue to watch a show, but we will film these shows and post them across my social medias, including a recap show that will be a 3 or 4 minute version of the 20-minute show. So I'm excited. Big shout out to all the people in the chat, Phantom, Dr. Marlov. Just thank you so much. Now, what's super special about this episode is the team and I, great job, Sid and team, we went out and found 2 bottles of the 3 bottles that were on the first episode of Wine Library TV. I literally tasted these exact wines 18 years ago. These exact vintages, the Verte 2001s, so I'm super excited about that. We'll be tasting those at the end. And because they're California-based wines, we decided also to start the show with 2 of the big favorites of California today. Silver Oak has continued, and this Josh has exploded. And I think if you were a TikTok fan, you're very aware, Josh just went viral on TikTok and has been a very popular wine over the last decade. I do not believe I tasted Josh in the history of Wine Library TV, but it is on episode 1 of Wine Text TV. So are we getting a little blurry there on there? Just a little. There it goes, got a little bit better. All right, here we go. For anybody who's never watched the show before, it's gonna be a very simple format. I will sit and I will taste 4 bottles of wine, and that is how we will do it, and that is the show. Let's go into the first wine of the reboot of Wine Library TV, now known as Wine Text TV. This is the Josh Cabernet what year is this? 2021 Josh Cabernet, $15 SRP. You can find this somewhere between $12 and $20 a bottle around the country. 87 points, Wine Enthusiast. one of the single most popular Cabernets in the country right now. And I'm excited to taste it. Like, you know, obviously this is a wine you see everywhere. If you're on Twitch right now, please comment if you've had Josh Cabernet before. Yes, this is live, everybody who's watching. Comment if you've tasted or have had it in the past. What do you think's going on with the in and out blur? But you're plugged into it, yes?
Yeah. I think they're not seeing it.
Oh, they're not seeing it, it's just internal? Amazing, great. Okay, good, thank you. Sid? Sid is here. You know who else is here? And will be a mainstay on the show occasionally. I guess that's not a mainstay, but my best friend, Brandon Warnicki, who runs Wine Library and Wine Text. I'm basically having him here in a little bit of like an Ed McMahon, you know, like Conan has like, so I'll just throw it to Brandon occasionally, because he's day to day in the wine business. I'm a little rusty. I got the gray hairs now, not the black hairs I started Wine Library TV with, so sometimes we'll throw it to him for a little color commentary, as they call it on the sports networks. Let's get into the show, Sniffy Sniff, if you know what that means. Now, the reason I created the Sniffy Sniff when I did Wine Library TV is I believe that most Americans and most people around the world do not smell their wines enough. They do not get the essence of the bouquet, and it's a huge part of the experience. If you're watching this right now, many of you are not enjoying wine to your max capacity because you don't realize how much aromatics really play in to the taste. By the way, Sid, you mentioned it's not blurry, but they were seeing it on Twitch was saying they saw it, so maybe it's on Twitch, not the other social networks? Okay, cool, let me know. The Sniffy Sniff, they're also asking you to stop moving the camera there, Dust, but only when I ask for Brandon. Or are you trying to fix things, is that why you're moving it? That's right, don't worry about the centering. I'm an off-center kind of guy. On the Sniffy Sniff, the first thing I smell is, I don't know if you remember Mr. Bubble bath as a kid, but there's very much a soapy kind of like strawberry soap kind of thing going on. Almost what I would call fake fruit, almost like a marzipan strawberry type thing on the nose that comes across. It's aromatic and it's actually pretty pleasant, but it also smells a little bit like, if you go to Five Below, the retailer, or, you know, like there's like $3 potpourri, like it's clearly, you know, Crystal, like not the most high-end potpourri that one can buy at like at a Nordstrom's. This is like under $5 potpourri. So like almost like a cheap potpourri on the nose. Let's give it a whirl.
You are seeing ads right now.
Yes, one thing about Twitch, there are ads in between. So we need some people to buy tier 1 subs for people. All the OG Twitchers, please buy tier 1 subs for people because the Twitch ads are not allowing them to see the whole thing through. By the way, if you're watching on Twitch, if you are getting the ads, you can always watch the full show somewhere when it's all complete and done. Let's go taste it again because I got distracted. That's why I'm not going to do so many live, Sid, because I got to lock in and really do the show. Very medium bodied. I call this a lighter style Cabernet. Solid fruit.
Everyone's asking why you're spitting it out.
I'm spitting it. Well, it's funny. I used to spit because I had to drive home to New Jersey. I don't do that anymore. Holy crap. This is a revelation. Wine Text TV is a place where I'll be able to actually drink wine instead of spitting like I did on Wine Library TV. Yeah, it's just it's habit too. If you're a wine taster like Brandon and I are, and you grow up in this business, you taste a lot of wines during the day, you're just spitting it because you don't want to be drunk at 1 p.m. And so I'll continue. I like a spit bucket. I'll continue to spit. Let's go back to the Josh 2021 Cabernet. It's very obvious to me why this has become popular. It hits on the sugar factor that America loves. There's a dirty little secret in the wine business and in the consumer foods business, and it's really not a secret. Americans and the world like sugar. It tastes good. For me, this hits on a little bit of that, and I can see why this, Kendall Jackson, Santa Margarita, Yellowtail, all these wines through the years that get extremely popular tend to have that easy drinking flavor thing going on. What I'm seeing here is a very okay wine. This is a really tough way to start the reboot of Wine Library TV, now known as Wine Text TV. I was kind of hoping we could have a wine that I could highly recommend that everybody goes out and buys tons of, that's easy to find, which is why I wanted to start with something that was a little bit more broad. But it's you know, what's tough for me when I do Wine Text TV or Wine Library TV is I just want to shoot it the way it is. And so without all the headaches that this will probably give my father at the wine library or all the politics that come along with this, I have to review these wines the way I see it. I see this as a very average wine. It's fine. It's okay. I understand why there's a hoopla around it. It's because most of you are not trying different kinds of wines, which is a big part of why Wine Text TV is going to work. What my plan is after this episode, this was a ceremonial episode. I tried to do something you could all find, and then I did something you can all find on the high end. Then I'm doing the 2 wines I did for Wine Library TV. But going forward, I'm going to try to show wines on this show that are either readily available or wines that I think have the potential to be underpriced, because that's what I think a lot about. Just like in marketing, I think about day trading attention, what's underpriced attention. I got into marketing thinking that way because of how I think about wine. There's overpriced and underpriced wine. This is not expensive, but do I believe that there are a lot of wines from Bordeaux or Italy or Portugal or Spain or other parts of the world, New Zealand, Chile, Argentina? Do I know that I've had tons of wines by the glass that are 12 and 15 and 6 and 9 and 13 and $14 bottles of wine that are far more complex, far more interesting, far more exciting than this wine? Yes, I do. And I think the 87 points from the Wine Enthusiast is not too far off. I'm going to go a little lower. I think this is an 85-point wine. Big shout out to Wesley Walker, former New York Jets great wide receiver. He wore number 85. To me, this is an 85-point wine. And for all of you that are drinking this every day, like it's the one, you need to get off that. You need to go and explore other things. Of course, it's better than the other crap $12 Cabernets that you're drinking. But if you're not exploring other parts of the world, you're missing out. Or other grapes within California. There's a ton of Italian varietals. There's Cabernet Franc that I think could be done well. There's just a lot of different wines. I'm not impressed. Okay, let's move on. Just not that impressed. Silver Oak 2019 Cabernet, 94 points, James Suckling, SRP $100. You can find it cheaper in some parts of the world. It's also wildly available in most restaurants. This is really priced between 75 and 150 bucks a bottle throughout. This is pretty much the premium version of this wine. This is the most popular cab, or one of the most popular that you can find everywhere. This is one of the most popular, along with Caymus and a couple others, California Cabernets that are premium, that you can go to your big-time steakhouse, whether it's Ruth's Chris or Smith & Walensky's or anything that's bougie, and find it. And so I'm excited about this. I've had a great journey with Silver Oak. Some years I love, some years I'm bored by. I'm excited to see what's going on here. Brandon, let's go to you for a little bit on the sidelines. Where is Silver Oak compared to when I was in my heyday 15 years ago? Still as popular, same range, a little less? What's your professional opinion?
I would say still as popular. I mean, the 2 wines, right? Alex and Napa. And the Alex, I think, based on the price point, which hasn't increased a ton, I think is still pretty popular. The Napa is much more expensive. It's like 170, 180 bucks a bottle now.
All right, let's go to this. Now, again, for everybody who's watching, sign up to winetext.com, a deal a day on the text service. Tell me in Twitch right now if you've signed up for Wine Text. I want to know where everybody is. Winetext.com. Make sure you sign up. Silver Oak Cabernet, Alexander Valley, one of the most popular wines in all of California. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. On the nose, it has a little bit of a eucalyptus thing going on. This is what I'm more, kind of a little more accustomed to Heights Martha's Vineyard. I haven't had a lot of Silver Oak that's given me this exact kind of nose. Little hint of eucalyptus, kind of like blackberry, black syrup on the nose. Big nose, complex, a little over the top. Let's give it a whirl. Really strong tannins, good mid-palate, excuse me. Name follows its reputation. Very oaky, very vanilla. I would almost call this like a milkshake. There's a milkshake component to this wine. It's really like a strawberry milkshake. I almost can taste, what is it? What is that? what do you put? What is that? This whipped cream. Whipped cream. Thank you. I can literally taste the whipped cream on the palate. Very creamy, very dessert-like, very delicious, similar to the Josh. And this is what happens in California. If you want to know why a lot of your most snobby wine friends diss California Cabernet and go Barolo, go Burgundy, go Europe, is because these wines get a little bit overdone. It's kind of like too much plastic surgery, too much filler, too much makeup, right? You know when somebody doesn't want to age and they were so beautiful, but they just inject the crap out of themselves and they look weird? That's what happens with California Cabernets. It's just a little too much artificial intelligence. And so this wine's over the top, and I believe is lacking the complexity that somebody that wants to pay $75 to $100 would want to do. And so I don't want to start off 0 for 2 on this show. I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm disappointed, but that's exactly where we are. I have no idea what, by the way, James Suckling, a tremendous critic, him and I just do not agree on this. And by the way, that's allowed. People like shrimp, people like uni, people have different tastes. One thing you should know about wine, please, when you watch Wine Text TV, do not buy or do not buy what I do or don't like. I'm just going to give you a consistent one-man subjective point of view on wine from his perspective. I will try to over-articulate why I like them or don't like them. But please don't eliminate or include wines into your repertoire just because I like them. I'm no different than anybody else. I have my preferences, and you must focus on what you like. The key to Wine Text TV and the journey that I'm going to try to take you on is getting you to try new things that you never have before. That's what Wine Text is about. As a matter of fact, Brad, I want you to send today's Wine of the Week. On Wednesdays, we do Wine of the Week. We're going to send Wine Text's Wine of the Week again. It exploded today. It was a monster. We've got a little bit left. I'm going to ask him to send it on text again because all of you missed today's if you're new to the show or to Wine Text. So sign up for winetext.com to get the same reason we love Wine Text. The wine we sent today comes from Mouton Rothschild, which makes $600 Bordeaux. This is from the southwest of France. This wine today was $20 by the case, $30 by the bottle, right? That's going to get people to try new wines. That's the point here. And the same here. Maybe when I say out loud, Josh and Silver Oak are, maybe you say, maybe that's true. Maybe I am getting tired of it. And maybe I should try other things. And that is the purpose of the show. I don't see it, James Suckling. I don't see 94. I see 88. And I think that's me being kind because I'm in a good mood because it's the first episode. It's just not there. It's fine. If this was $38, I'd be like, all right, I'm not paying $150 for that. Okay, we have to get another episode pretty quickly because these wines you're not going to find. I don't even know how you guys found them. So those wines you can find, but again, try them if you want to. But anyway, we got to get another episode of 4 wines that people can find, and hopefully we'll find something we like here. But let's go to the icons. These were the first wines I've ever had. This is the Vérité Les Désirs 2001. This is a blend of Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and a hint of Malbec. Pierre Salamant is the winemaker. This is very aged California. Please try this, Brandon. Brandon. Let's go to Brandon for a second, a little wine talk. Brandon, you were just at Wine Paris.
Yes.
You looked at hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of wines. That's why I love Wine Text. We literally look at tens of thousands of deals, Sid, to find 365. We send one text a day. What was your biggest observation of what you saw in Wine Paris last week?
Well, talking about these first 2 wines, maybe the Josh, for example, just what you said about finding other values on the great wines and exploring from other areas of the world. Portugal, Spain, Languedoc, we just saw those couple of deals that they put through on Languedoc. So
what Brandon's talking about is there's a text thread with me, him, and Jeff DeRose where I'm looking at deals. There's a Pinot Noir and Chardonnay that is mind-boggling. That's going to be well priced under $20 for French Pinot Noir and Chard. You know, those wines, in my opinion, are $45 in California of that quality. But, and by the way, in parts of France too, in Italy too, it's that Languedoc. Friends, it's just marketing. Get Brandon out of here. Right here. Friends, it's just marketing. You're overpaying for the names. And that's just how the world works. You think of Gucci handbag is in premium because it says Gucci on it? Same thing in the wine world. But you need to try things. So many of you, please say in the chat right now, what are you drinking right now? A lot of you are drinking the same Pinot Noir, the same Chardonnay, the same, Pinot Grigio over and over and over. Did you taste it? Oh, you give me something to sip. Yeah. All right, this is very stinky on the nose, which I love. I love stinky. This is like topsoil from like a landscaper that's been working for. And honestly, not only does this smell like topsoil, let me take that out. This smells like topsoil caught in the fingernails of a landscaper that's been working in 101 degrees in San Diego and sweating. So you're getting the sweat and the top. And Crystal's face is she's like devastated. No, Crystal, this is what we like in wine world. It is stinky. It is stinky and it's earthy and it smells great.
Is it because it's so old?
Yeah, the oxygen gets through the cork a little bit and starts to funky it a little bit. So it goes from more fruit to less over time. I wish Zucks or Elon could figure this out so you could taste along with me. I wish I could put technology on my tongue right now and let you taste the difference of what these two wines are. One is like cotton candy over top fake. One is very earthy and natural and real. And everyone's palate, by the way, sometimes it's fun to go out and have a rager and have a crazy night. And other times it's nice to have a meaningful dinner and a meaningful conversation. Sometimes it's fun to have dessert every meal. Other times it's nice to have a steak dinner. These are very different that way. Now, this is more medium body, tastes more Bordeaux-like, nice smooth finish. Really, I'm glad wherever you bought it, that's a big shout out to that retailer because this has been preserved properly. Sometimes with older wine, the sun got into it, things of that nature. Very elegant. I like this. It's Bordeaux-like, and it's made like a Bordeaux by California. Also, 2001 was an iconic vintage. This was scored 97 points by the legendary Robert Parker, the most influential and important wine critic in the history of the American wine business. That's an outlandish score, which is why I started with these wines when I started the show. I don't know if I feel like it's rated that way today, but this is well made. To me, this is a 93-point wine. This is extremely good. How much did we pay for this? Do you remember?
I think it's $300.
$300 bucks?
Yeah.
So it's expensive. Look, this is actually a great moment to say this. This is sentimental wine to me. This was the wine. I actually got to go look back at the episode. Do you guys know which is the first of the wines I tasted? The one that we couldn't get? Le Joie was the first wine I ever had?
Desir is the one. Yes, I think Le Joie was Desir. You drank it and you didn't spit it out because you said it was tough to spit still.
Love that. Why didn't you guys tell me this was the first one so I could have symbolically done it as the first one?
You just did your thing. Yeah. We don't like to produce.
I like that you say
You don't like being produced, remember?
I was excited for you to taste it.
Bye, Death Trace. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Sign up for winetext.com.
Do you remember why you picked these that first day?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they were so hot at the time.
They were so hot.
And we had just gotten them in, I remember.
I just got them in.
Yeah.
I was dying to taste them. And honestly, and look, you can go watch the first episode. Actually, in the recut, put it up right now. I literally in the episode say, I think we got something. Because I was thinking about it. The thing with me, whether it's VFriends, VaynerMedia, I'm spontaneous, but subconsciously I've been thinking about it.
Right.
So in the first episode of Wine Library TV, 18 years ago today, I literally say, we think we've got something here.
Right.
Clearly we had something. The reason I tasted these was I thought they were serious wines.
Yep.
And
they were at the time.
And I thought they could get really hot. They didn't get as hot as I thought. But I literally thought about a moment like today of when I look back and watch this episode, I want them to be serious wines of the movement that I was excited to be a part of, which was the new California premium movement that was a little more balanced. Not the over the top, not the Silver Oak movement. So anyway, here we go. Last wine of the day. Let's see what we got here. La Joie, 2001, 95 plus points, Robert Parker. This literally is listed as drink through 2071. You know how insane it is? You could sell this for 50 years. 71% Cab, 19 Merlot, 10% Cab Franc, same winemaker. If you are watching on twitch.tv/GaryVee, which for everybody who's watching now on the actual episode, please go there, sign up and subscribe. I will often stream this show live on there. If you're watching right now on Twitch, This is about the part of the show where I'm going to answer a question or two from here. Brandon, please look at the chat. Keep an eye. Maybe make notes of your favorite wine question. People are going to start asking. Chef, the La Vertes turned out to be a good investment because, I don't know if you watched, they were like in the 80s, right? Or 60s or 70s in that episode. Do you remember?
Yeah, 60s or 70s.
Yeah, so they were $60, $70 18 years ago. Now they're $300. So yeah, it turned out to be an investment for sure.
Chat was on the Thunder Cruise.
Shout out to Mott. Jacob Josh was on the Thunder Cruise. Was amazing. A cruise of the wine show. Yeah, please, Brandon, keep an eye on there and give me some shout outs to the OGs.
Okay, thanks.
You can't see?
It's a little blurry.
Really? Your eyes are that bad?
Yep.
My eyes are bad too now, and I can't see anything. That's one big challenge from this new show. All right, let's taste this wine. This is fun. This wine has held up stronger because of the Cabernet. This is predominantly Merlot. This Cabernet has a stronger backbone, and I like this wine better. It's funny. This wine is aged better, I think, of the two. Very strong tannins. 2071 makes sense. This wine tastes like it's a brand new wine all these years later. This is why if you have a wine cellar, it's incredible to be able to buy great wines and put them away and stick to them. Let me just finish this review, Dustin, and we'll answer a couple of wine questions before we get out of here. Great structure, chocolate, dark chocolate, high dark chocolate, more than milk chocolate. Like, you know, the good stuff. What's good, everybody? Right? Not a
Thank you
Snickers
all
bar,
for
which is delicious
watching.
But the $23,
Super pumped. I'm
you know,
in between meetings,
chocolate
but
bar that you buy at like
with Sesame
Erewhon,
Street.
because it's like,
Which is always fun. And just want to say what's up to Max and Dave and Bill Lewis, 1975, and Beyblade Knights and Soulman IT. Always good to see you in here. Hope everybody's having the best day. And I know we're running videos while I'm in these meetings. I appreciate Beyblade. Love you back. What's good, Cash Johnson? Corso, let's go. Let's go, Dave Kelly. That's exactly right. That's the way to do it. Awesome. Extremely well with many foods. This is a 96 point wine. Incredible value, even at $300. This rivals and wine's gone up. Bordeaux's now are $500-600 when they come out. This wine rivals that old wine. Beautiful wine. So this is the winner of the day, the Joie, Willie Desir. The Silver Oak and the Josh were incredibly average at best. But that is the reviews for the first ever episode of Wine Text TV. Sign up for winetext.com to get a great wine deal of the day every day. What questions do we have, friends, as we wrap up this first episode? And by the way, episode 2, I will challenge Brandon to give me 4 wines that are readily available and/or types of wines that are available so that you can explore and find your favorite wines. Also, everyone, please sign up. Instagram, TikTok, and everybody on every other platform. Please sign up to winetext.com. We're going to send today's wine of the week out. It was our biggest one of the year. We've got a little bit left. We're going to send it out because I know a lot of you are just signing up, and I want to make sure you get a chance to get today's remarkable wine. What question can I answer for anyone?
Brett GMS, please explain how tannins taste.
Tannins taste bitter. It's the thing that most of you do not like about red wine. It's the bitterness. It comes from the skin of the grape, and it's a real factor. Corso walking in. Yes, Corso? Ooh, an Oak Monster card?
For a possible giveaway, maybe?
I want to give this to Tim F. That's who deserves it. Just give me
I
a
think it
mark.
has a sleeve on it.
Give me a, do you have a marker?
Camera's right there, yeah.
There we go. Give this, I'm making it out to Tim F. Tim F. I love you. For everybody who's wondering what I'm talking about, Tim F. and many other people that are watching on the show right now, watched me back in the day for those 5 years. I met many of them. I went to Napa with Tim F., which was lovely. Send that to Tim F., please. Thank you. Any other questions?
The Gold Queen asked, which wine is great after a long day of bad meetings?
That is why I'm doing this show, and I'll wrap up with this. I am doing this show because I want to help all of you discover incredible wines, predominantly in the $15 to $30 range. One thing that I'll end this show with is that many of you like wine and drink wine, and you buy a lot of wine at $12 and under, and that's fine, and that's remarkable, and people are on different budgets. What I wish people knew is the second you go to 15, things change fast. So the $15 wines you can buy compared to $10 wines you can buy, the quality often, not always, there's tons of bad $50 wine, but the wine that you can buy, this stinks, I don't even like, I'm so upset that I didn't have like a wine people can go out and buy yet. We gotta do an episode right away. I'm gonna cancel something next week, gotta do an episode next week. Anyway, the amount of wine you can buy from 15 to 20 that is remarkable. And all of you are not experiencing it. We're going into the warmer time of the year. I'm so glad we're starting at this time of year. The fact that we're going into April, May, June, the amount of rosés, the amount of white wines that you've never had, Verdicchio and white Rioja and white Bordeaux, and everyone's now hot on Sancerre in a way they weren't when I did Wine Library TV. But all the Sauvignon Blanc alternatives in Touraine and all these other places around the world, including parts of New Zealand, Casablanca, Chile, like Tarantas from the South America, like the Portuguese wine scene is out of control. We were hot on it 15 years ago. It's even crazier. So Picpoul, absolutely, Alsace. There's so much great wine out there. And the reality is when I look around, even when I look on social media, people are not talking enough about those wines. So wanted to bring this back, get back in the saddle. What's happened since I've been on Wine Library TV is my relationship with wine has actually strengthened. I drink wine as a fan now much more because it's not my day-to-day business. And I would actually argue in some ways my palate is not as sharp and my knowledge is not as sharp. And in other ways, I think I can be a great host for all of you because I'm in it with all of you much more than I was back then. And so I'm really excited to have these moments with all of you, share these episodes with all of you, get back in the saddle, bring back the Thunder Show with a new makeup. Wine Text TV is here, episode 1. I think we have something here. And I think we're gonna enjoy this. And most of all, because I'm so connected to so many that are 21 to 35 around the world because of my content, being the catalyst like I was for many of you to get into wine, I had no platform. Nobody in the world knew who I was. Today, I'm gonna do this show now and many of you know who I am. Many more people are gonna consume this across all platforms. And my ability to turn a 26-year-old who's watching right now that does not even consider wine into trying to try a wine, or the amount of people right now that are watching that drink Josh all the time and think it's the greatest and they're like, wait a minute, what does Gary mean by that? It's not that Josh is bad. It's just that there's so many wines to try at $12 to $20 a bottle that are red wines that are equally delicious or more interesting. There's just like so many things you haven't had yet. And that is what winetext.com, Winetext TV is gonna do. And so we're gonna help you, we're not gonna pick the tagline here. For all the OGs, you know we came up with a lot of taglines. No tagline, we're gonna do this. We're gonna say that, I'm not gonna pick my taglines just yet. I did the opening like I did the old show. I'm not gonna do you with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, whether they like it or not. What I'm gonna say is, the wine world needs continued change. Most of you are not exploring enough. I'm here to help you explore it, and we will do it again. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the opportunity to be back, and I hope I see you soon. Thank you, love you, have a great day. Cursed once. Everywhere else, like crazy. Duckhorn, 2022 Sauvignon Blanc from the North Coast. Oh, it's North Coast now. They're making that profit. 87 points Wine Spectator, 91 points James Suckling.
It's a duck.
Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Text TV. Wine Text TV brought to you by winetext.com, America's new obsession when buying wine. Episode 2 is here, and as we are on this journey of rebooting the show that took me to the places in my career where I am today, we decided for episode 2 to bring the most popular guest in Wine Library TV history, my father, Sasha Vaynerchuk.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
All right, Dad.
Thank you.
What do you think about Wine Text TV? What do you think about me rebooting the show? And more importantly, how excited are you to be on episode 2? Because it is Sauvignon Blanc with Sasha.
Not exactly my favorite.
Yeah, you don't even like Sauvignon Blanc.
Well, please.
Well, do you like it? I've never seen you drink it.
I will, yes, I would drink once in a blue moon. I would drink.
By choice,
Right.
in a year, how many times do you drink Sauvignon Blanc? Tell the truth.
I always tell the truth.
Yep, you do. My dad is a very straight shooter. And I found candor now.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. I will.
Please
drink,
answer the question.
No. I would not drink it probably at home, but when I go to an event or something.
In a year, I'm gonna break it down, Dad. In a year, by choice.
By choice. Oh, by choice.
How many times in a year, by choice, do you drink Sauvignon Blanc?
Twice.
2 more than I thought. Unlike my father, Sauvignon Blanc has become incredibly popular with many wine drinkers. As a matter of fact, when I was doing Wine Library TV from 2006 to 2011, Sauvignon Blanc was solid. New Zealand was hot. Sancerre was known, but nowhere as hot as it is today. And California Sauvignon Blanc used to even be my kind of whipping boy of choice on the show because I thought they were really gloppy and were like almost trying to be Chardonnay. All of that has changed in a big way. Sancerre has exploded in America and is a huge passion of many people's drinkers. New Zealand continues to stay a high value white wine that people love. And California Sauvignon Blanc has done a resurrection in the last 20 years of getting crisper and cleaner and acting more like this than, let's say, the Chardonnays that I thought they were aspiring to be for no reason when they were Sauvignon Blanc. This has all created an incredibly interesting marketplace for Sauvignon Blanc now, where many people have made it its white wine of choice. Brandon and I, Dustin's very rusty. Brandon and I are looking at different wines to buy in California, and Sauvignon Blanc is more expensive than Chardonnay. It's insane. So Sauvignon Blanc has become extremely popular, and we thought it would be an amazing wine to focus on in episode 2 of Wine Text TV. Dad, we also have some cheese here.
Right.
And we asked Aaron and Josh.
No crackers.
Well, there's no crackers at VaynerMedia. We got some cheese here that we asked Aaron and Josh from the gourmet department at Wine Library, which is getting much better.
I know. Much better.
Much better.
Absolutely.
The gourmet, the selection of cheese is getting crazy. Brandon, tell us.
The selection of cheeses, I think it's the whole gourmet department.
Yeah, the service, the knowledge. Over to Brandon on the cheese update. Brandon, what do we have here? What did Aaron send over to you?
So it looks like she sent over, it's called Chabrin. It's a southern French goat cheese. Great for Sauvignon Blanc.
Creamy goat.
Yes.
Dad, how are you liking it? You've been eating.
Yep.
What do you think?
I'm hungry.
Well, you have dinner at the Maven tonight.
Yes, that's right. I'm going to Maven
You
tonight.
eat at Little Maven more often than you drink Sauvignon Blanc.
True.
Let's give it a sniffy sniff. First wine, zoom in. Oyster Bay 2023 Sauvignon Blanc, 87 points. Wine Enthusiast, 90 points. James Suckling, found around the country between $10 and $15 a bottle. Again, on this show, we want to focus on wines that we think you can find and a couple smaller producers. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. So on the nose, I get a little bit of a grassiness, which is normal. Now, one thing for all of you to know, we are tasting all 4 of these wines at room temperature, which will allow us to actually taste the essence of the wine. Too many people in America and around the world drink their white wines and their rosés too cold. I call it the high school beer rule. You drink such crappy beer in high school, like Natty Light and
Might as well drink Carlo Rossi or something, 5 liters.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
really bad beer to
can't-
kids,
Right.
So you get it ice cold so you can't even
right.
taste it.
Right.
You don't go buy a $30 bottle of white wine and get it ice cold so you can't get the flavor. You might as well get a $10 bottle of wine and get it ice cold and not get the flavor. So let's chill a little bit with that. Now, most of you will not taste these wines at room temperature, but let's get it a slight chill instead of ice cold. On the sniffy sniff, which you can get a lot more aromatically when it's warmer, I get a little bit of grassiness. I get a little hint of kiwi. And there's a little, almost like evergreen minty thing going on. Let's get, you're done?
Okay, done.
Any thoughts?
I didn't like it.
Well, that makes sense because I am like very disappointed with this wine.
Can you give me a little?
Yeah. First of all, it tastes. Well, what's off is if I poured this to friends and told them that it was just water with a little bit of cucumber and a little bit of grapefruit, like they would believe me. Not a fan.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, I find this wine to be incredibly thin, really not interesting, extremely basic. Even at $10 to $15, I would say this is a major pass. I'm a little bit more with the wine enthusiast than I am James Suckling. He gave it a 90, which I just don't see, and I like James a lot. 87 wine enthusiast I think is way too high as well. I realized when I looked back that I was too nice to the Josh Cab on the last episode, mainly because I think I was a little rusty, and I was just so happy to be doing the show again. I think Josh got very lucky that it was in episode 1, not episode 2. Episode 2, Oyster Bay, I'm gonna give this wine 80 points. Big shout out to Wayne Corbett, who wore number 80 as a New York Jet. And I think it might even be a 79, but I just wanted to give Wayne Corbett a shout out. A really underwhelming effort, and continues to be an interesting insight to, like, I know this is a popular wine for a lot of people, and I just believe it's because they haven't had other versions. I just think that they haven't had many or different New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs to understand them in contrast. And again, to remind you why Wine Text TV exists, you must go try new and different wines. And this, for example, could be that. Let's see if this one does any better. Anna, 2022 Sauvignon Blanc, 93 points from Sam Kim, $15 wine. Similar kind of little rinse.
No, but
Notice the difference in smell right off the bat. Like, these wines are basically in the same price point.
yeah, it's different.
Aromatically, it's so much stronger.
It's different.
Gooseberry, kiwi again, similar, but ironically, celery comes through as well, but very grassy, almost like fresh grass.
To me, it's soft, nice and smooth. Definitely.
Much better. This is why taste, by the way, if you really want to learn about wine, let me give you some fun facts. Let's say you're curious about wine. And you have friends that are, or even if they're not that into it, create a Friday night wine party where everybody has to bring one bottle of the same type of thing. And Friday night, all your friends, you get together and everyone bring a bottle of Pinot Noir between 20 and 40 bucks. Then bring it, and then if you really want to have fun, put them in brown paper bags, pour it, and taste and see what you like. But when you taste things in contrast, you would know. I believe that many of you would taste this Oyster Bay and see it differently than I see it. I've tasted wine professionally for my whole life. Even post Wine Library TV, I'm like into wine more as like a normal person. It's not even my profession, and it's not like I'm critiquing it. But you might be like, and people on Twitch right now that are live, if you ever want to watch this show live, it's twitch.tv/Garyvee. They might be like, wait, I like Oyster Bay. Makes sense if you haven't had it in contrast. If you have all your friends over and everybody brings a Pinot Grigio and everybody brings different Pinot Grigios, right? And then you taste them all, then you're like, oh wait, this is better than this and this. We're tasting these wines side by side. They're in the basic same price point, and the wines couldn't be more different. This is dramatically heavier.
I like it better.
It's dramatically heavier. It's got more viscosity, thicker. Like, this is literally like
That's
water.
my style.
Thicker, right? It's got great bright fruit, cantaloupe, melon, green melon. Super grassy, much stronger acidity. And this is just a much better wine. 93 points, Sam King. For me, maybe 91, 92. This is very good. This is quintessential under $20 New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc that you can pair with fish and clams and oysters, and that's pretty good.
One thing I want to add to what Gary just said. For years he was telling me that stop drinking the same
We don't
shit.
curse on Wine Text TV. I told you could. I was wrong.
Right.
None of this. On this one platform, I never cursed once on Wine Library TV. 1,000.
Right.
We'll beep it. Never once.
Sorry.
This is the one place, Dustin.
He
This is my
always said,
one place.
Please, shit is also that word.
Yep. Yep, that's bad, Dad.
Gary always said to me, Dad, stop drinking
Not
the same
one time.
stuff.
1,000 episodes, Sid. Never cursed once. Everywhere else, like crazy. Duckhorn, 2022 Sauvignon Blanc from the North Coast. Oh, it's North Coast now. They're making that profit. 87 points Wine Spectator, 91 points James Suckling.
It's a duck. I love that.
Yeah, this has always been I mean, Duckhorn's an iconic winery. I've always been a very big fan of many of their wines. Merlot, back in the 90s, was monstrous. Sauvignon Blanc was always good. Yeah, you like the nose?
Yeah.
Now this one's a suggested retail $32. It's about 20 to 25 bucks at good wine stores around the country. Yeah, different kind of nose. This has more pear, a little more apple to it on the nose.
Nice fruit.
Yeah, solid nose. I like it as well. Creamy. Acacia flower. Google it, Abby, if you don't know. Acacia flower. As you know, not Acacia the winery. There's an acacia flower. Yeah, Dad, I know this stuff. I was very hardcore growing up in your liquor store. I wanted to be the greatest wine taster of all time.
Acacia flower.
All right, let's give it a whirl. So I think that this wine is interesting. It'd be like, it would be, you like the balance?
I think it's very balanced.
I can't believe you said that.
I may going to switch from Chardonnay to Sauvignon Blanc now.
I'm a little bit different with you on this. I think this is like a bad date. It starts off good, right? Like the nose is right. I don't know about for you, but I thought the finish was incredibly challenging and like awkward. And I don't like the way it finishes. I don't like the taste. I think the aftertaste is pretty bitter.
I don't find this.
It's very important for everybody to watch. This is maybe the most important moment in WineText TV history. Brought to you by WineText.com, America's best way of buying great wine at discounted prices. This is very important, and I'm not joking. You have to understand what's happening here. There is no great or horrible wines. There are just great and horrible wines to you. Every palate is different. Dad and I seem to be on the same page on the first two wines. It seems like we're a little bit different on this one, which is amazing. You know, and there's so many factors that go into it. First, we all have different palates. You're gonna like different things. Please, one of the great things that I'm scared of as I start to do this show again is that we are going to be in a place where I start to gain popularity in social for my wine reviews, and people are going to start thinking that I'm right. There is no right. There's right for you. The only way to really understand what's right for you is the whole point of this show. Try different wines. By the way, the thing that the three of us spend all the time on with WineText.com, me and Brandon talk multiple times a day of trying to offer different kinds of wines. We had a Washington State Cabernet today that I was really interested in. Most people just get caught in their love of California Cab, and they don't realize that Washington State is killing it. And because Washington State is making such great Cabernet, but it doesn't have the same pizzazz as Napa Valley, you're paying for the brand. It's like fashion. You know, an outfit or a handbag can be so much more just because it says Dior or Gucci on it, but the quality of another brand that is also high fashion may be just as equal, but it doesn't have as much demand. People think about that in other places. They don't think about it in wine. I think Duckhorn is a great winery, makes great stuff, and that's why their Sauvignon Blanc can sell between $20 and $30 when a lot of California Sauvignon Blancs are 10, 15, 20 bucks. So they have more pizzazz. On this wine though, I will say it again, I see it a little bit different. I've got to rate it, that's what I do on this show. I think this wine starts off great. The nose is great, we both agree. I think the body is okay, it's silky. I think that's why you like it.
That's why I
agree.
like it. Right.
It's got a nice banana peel thing but the finish is off balanced. And there's a nice banana peel, like a green banana peel. There's some nice aspects to it, but I find the mid palate to be hollow. There's not a lot going on. I think it declines in its complexity from the beginning to the end. And I'll say it again, a bad date. And I find a bad date in the way that I judge it is you had hope for it. You thought it could be good. It starts off good, and it ends horribly. And that's what the Duckhorn Sauvignon Blanc feels like to me. Again, a little bit closer to Wine Spectator than I'm James Suckling, 91.87. I'm gonna go take the under. I'm gonna go 84 points. Fred Baxter, rare tight end for the New York Jets. For all the Jet fans, wore number 84.
I would give
I'm at
89 points.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's, I like it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I like that. All of you should go out and buy the Duckhorn Sauvignon Blanc, try it and say if you agree with me or with Dad. That'd be fun. Pauline Sancerre. Domaine Cellars de Pauline 2022 Sancerre, 90 points. Wine enthusiast. This wine is a $32 suggested retail. Give it a rinse. Sancerre has exploded.
Do you want to rinse?
Exploded in popularity. It's hard to get even.
Just like a rosé.
Yeah, but the difference is there's a ton of rosé available.
Yeah, but take 10 years, or I don't even know how many years. Nobody drank rosé.
At all. 20 years ago, nobody. Now it's hot. But here's the difference.
France, everybody's drinking rosé.
But what's the difference is with rosé, there's so much rosé out there.
Yes.
With Sancerre, it got hot, and you can't find it.
That's right.
Right?
That's
Which is
correct.
why, as a matter of fact, Brandon and I, for Wine Text this summer, have a lot of Sancerre alternatives. If you love Sancerre alternatives, go to winetext.com and sign up because they're coming in May, June, and July. But we had to do that because these are too expensive. Anyway.
And not
this one-
enough.
Yeah, this one's $25 to $40.
Not enough.
If you can find it, let's give it a sniffy sniff. You can, right? Much bigger nose. Do you smell a little bit like a burnt tire? Almost like you didn't have a BMX bike because they didn't have those in Russia. But for the kids in the 80s, you had these BMX bikes and you would skid out and you could smell rubber. It's like burnt rubber.
In Russia, we used to have tsuris.
Not Russia, the Soviet
The
Union.
Soviet Union, right. He tricked me again.
I didn't trick you, you just walked into it. That's my dad's favorite thing to do to my mom. So I just did it to him.
No,
So we just
right.
had a fun little moment that we enjoyed very much. Mom enjoyed it the most, I promise. Little burnt rubber on the nose. Hint of pear again. Asian pear, if I'm gonna be exact and be on my game. So on this nose, you get a little bit of rubber, a little Asian pear. Let's give it a whirl. This was a tough show. I don't love this wine either. I don't know, it's like medium bodied, it's fine. Like everyone's so hyped on Sancerre and I think like people just think like every Sancerre is great.
I think it's more, yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's a mid-bodied Sauvignon Blanc. I would never pay kind of the $25 to $40 that this wine is. The Anna is a much better wine in my opinion. I think this is kind of similar to on par with Duckhorn with a little bit, yeah, but to me this is an 85-point wine. Put up the scores. I can't wait to do the post. Make sure we do have some fun with the post. You know, I'm sorry to say, like, 3 of the 4 Sauvignon Blancs kind of, let me just order the way I see it. Like, all 3 of these are non-buys for me. The Anna is probably the buy for you. Yours, on the other hand, is a little bit more like this.
Yeah, a little
Do you
bit,
like
yeah.
this? You didn't mind that either?
No. I like that.
Yep.
Definitely. What happened?
We didn't pay our
Did
bills. We're not paying our bills.
electric bill?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to. Are we done? Almost done?
Well, yeah, I've done my spiel. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, I just want to raise my glass and wish everybody whose birthday today, because you know it's a leap year, and people miss. You know, they only have the date 29 every 4 years. So I wish everybody health, happiness, and love you all, and all the best. And drink good stuff, and try different things.
And what would you like them to do?
Join the winetext.com.
I love you. I love you. Thank you for being
I
on
love you.
episode 2.
I love you.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you for episode 3 of winetext.tv.com. If you want to buy great wines at big discounts, we'll see you next time. Holy crap, this is phenomenal. Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Text TV. Wine Text TV brought to you by winetext.com, America's new and best way to buy premium wine at discount prices. We are here for episode number 3 and we were talking Brunello. Episode 3, Brunello di Montalcino, one of Italy's best wines, along with Super Tuscans and Barolos, and Amarone's definitely in the top 4, depending on your palate. For many people, number 1. Oftentimes for me, number 1. Though Barolo has captured my attention over the last decade a lot more and probably sneaks ahead of Brunello for me personally. Many people that I know really fancy Brunello over any other type of wine, and we have 4 monster Brunellos here today, many of which are widely available. One of the things I want to do with Wine Text TV is make sure that they're wines that you can find out and about, and that is a huge focus of mine. I am here again. Live stream, what is good? Great to see all of you. Hope you're having the best day. Astrology Universe official. Kane Andrus, what's good? Hey, Danica Lee Bryant, Shepard52. Thank you for always holding it down here. It's fucking busy, bro. Shep, it's busy. VFriends, VaynerMedia, like fucking 15-hour days up in this bitch. You know, this is how I do it. Working. Or you got married in 2019, and that's a special year for you. Going out and finding a very serious case of 2019 Brunello to put in your cellar or wine fridge or basement or garage for 20 plus years is very viable. And that's the one big thing with Brunellos. These are 100% Sangiovese wines. So for everybody who's watching, in America, we name the wines after the grapes, Chardonnay, Merlot, Cabernet. In Europe, we name the wines after where they're from. So these are Brunello, they're from Montalcino, but they are 100% Sangiovese, the grape, which is a phenomenal grape that makes incredible wines in Tuscany predominantly, but can be found throughout the world, has been tried a lot in America, plays a little bit different in California than it does in the old country. And that's what we've got. Brandon, anything to add about the Brunello current market since you're in the trenches? One of the reasons I like you being on the show is I'm not day to day like I used to be with Wine Library when I did Wine Library TV. So I need a little bit of a pulse, a little bit of state of the union. What's going on out there in Brunello land?
Well, I mean, just as you said, 2019 is the vintage that's just starting to hit the market now. And it's a tremendous vintage overall. Great wine to buy, to lay down. 18s, which we're going to taste today. All 4 of these wines today are from the 18 vintage. That vintage overall is a younger drinking vintage, so they're more approachable early on, and they're more likely to be what you find on the market today, although the 19s are starting to hit over the course of the next 30, 60 days.
So really excited about these wines, and we should get right into it. Let's go to one of my all-time favorites. I've been a fan of Caparzo Brunello for many, many years. I bought the 1990 version of this wine. Think about how old I am, Sid. This is the 2018, and I personally, Gary Vaynerchuk, put it in order for the 1990 version of this wine. Caparzo, 90 points Wine Spectator, 92 points Wine Advocate, 94 points Wine Enthusiast, at a $45 to $50 SRP wine. Let me pour you a little bit, Brandon. Might as well get you going. These wines are big, they're powerful, and they're explosive, and they go with all sorts of heavy dishes. But there is elegance to them, more than a Cabernet. And so you can find me occasionally in a fancy restaurant, like a Little Maven, link it up. Little Maven, Flatiron, New York City. Go check it out. VCR group that I'm a part of owns that place. You may find me with a Brunello on the table and a fish dish, which I think is really interesting because I think this is the top that I'll go with heaviness in red wines for fish. In general, everybody out there, again, a big thing about Wine Text is educating. If you like red wine can go with fish all day long. Beaujolais, Pinot Noir, you can do it. There are no rules. That's the point of Wine Text TV. Big shout out to Twitch and everybody who's watching on Twitch. You could always watch the taping of Wine Text TV on twitch.tv/Garyvee or garyvee.com/Twitch. I'm assuming that we are doing tons of good stuff in post-production on this episode. Let me give this a sniffy sniff. Now, if you're just joining for the first time and never watched 1,000 episodes of Wine Library TV or the first 2 episodes of Wine Text TV, the sniffy sniff is important. Smelling the wine, especially if it's a premium wine over $20 a bottle, will make your experience with the wine way better. You will get more value out of your wine if you smell it hard. Not that hard, that was for effect and the edit, but full nose in, you get the bouquet, you get, all of a sudden what's happening is as your nose is playing, your sensories work together. You often hear about people who might be losing their hearing, but their eyes are better. Or if, some people who are blind, but their hearing is incredible. Your senses work together when you're a human being. Smelling your wine, especially for the ones out there buying $30, $40, $50 wine, which is money, you're just pouring and popping and drinking and you're not getting the full effect. You're not getting your value. It's like going to the movie theater and not coming in time for the previews. You didn't get your full value. Right? You agree, right? Nice little hint of raspberry, good little cinnamon stick on the nose, which I like quite a bit. And, you know, a little bit of tar, which I like. A little, you know, those tar bubbles from the asphalt. I don't know if you've ever grown up in a very hot area. And let's give it a whirl. Very solid tannins up front. So for a lot of you, the reason you don't like red wine is because it's bitter. This has this. Like if I was a 1990s beer commercial, I might have some bitter beer face right now because that sourness is coming through. That's heavy sour cherry, nice tannins. The mid palate, which is like kind of the transition from the beginning of what I taste to the last thing I taste, that middle, the mid palate, is solid, but a little underwhelming. And I will say that I do feel a little more hint and a spike of the alcohol than I would have liked on this wine. You know, sometimes what happens is the flavors of the wine, the fruit flavors, normally, especially with premium wine, will really cover the alcohol. Sometimes I'm quite sensitive to it. I would argue that most wine critics wouldn't be saying like the alcohol here. So I'm sensitive to it, and I know that compared to most people, but I do feel it, so I want to express it. I think this is a solid Brunello. You know, I'm not blown away. I actually am a little bit closer to Wine Spectator, which went 90 points on this versus the 94, 92 of other two critics that gave it to him. And I'm gonna stick in that range. I'm gonna go 89 plus on the score. I don't know how you want to post-produce that. 89 plus. 89 plus for this wine. I would pass. I would not buy this wine. This wine would be $45 to $50 for most of you, and I just think you can get a lot of wine that is better, maybe including some of these in that same price range, but it is not bad. And if I was paying 25 bucks for it, I'd be going bananas right now and being excited about it. But price value ratio is a huge key to the wine world, and probably the biggest thing that I want to accomplish with Wine Text TV. Getting all of you to discover new wines, try different wines. Somebody's gonna try a Brunello after this show that only drinks Cabernet or Pinot Noir at 50 bucks and fall in love with it. That excites me. That's like bringing joy to my face. That's why I'm here. Let's move it. Palazzi 2018 Brunello de Montalcino. 60 to 65 suggested retail, 92 points. James Suckling. Brandon, anything on this one?
So this one, the first one, the Caparzo, you will find in a lot of stores. The Palazzi is a relatively new estate that is starting to hit the market. So should be a little bit more modern in style. And again,
Great
from
nose.
18 vintage, which should be drinking really well right now.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? I know you were saying that about the 18s, and I just want to make this because I think a lot of broad wine drinkers are watching this, not just hardcore experts. 2019 is massive and can last forever. 2018s, these are big wines. Like, again, drinking easier, but this is hard for a lot of people to drink. Your framework that you're talking is from more of an expert place. Like, day-to-day people, many of which are gonna start watching this show and learning wine. This is like a big wine. This is not like so easy to drink. This is not light. This is not like just super simple. You know what I mean?
100%.
This is not like a $20 Pinot Noir.
100%.
You know? Smoky. I almost get like pork. I almost feel like I'm walking into like Brother Jimmy's, like, you know, like in the city, like just like kind of smokehouse, very smoky, cigar, beautiful like plum flavor on the nose, which I really like. Very exotic, better nose than the Caparzo. Let's give it a whirl. Dramatically smoother on the upfront. Silky. I mean, like silky. Like you went to the St. Regis and they gave you silk sheets. Very silky. Also, really strong tannins, but sweet tannins. The bitterness that people taste in red wines, sometimes it's just bitter. And people are like, oh, I don't like red wine, it's sour. And then there's times when it's elegant and sweet. And then you get a little bit of that sweet and sour thing, which has become a huge thing. Like people love sweet and sour candies and stuff of that nature. And so this wine really comes across nice, very elegant, 92 point Suckling. I'm with him on this. This is a very good wine, well structured, well made. I'm gonna go 92 points as well. I'm with James on this one. 60 to 65 bucks. That's probably its value point. If you can find it cheaper, I would do that, if you can. I would mark this one down. It's good. I like this wine. It's really good. I like it. All right, another one of my favorites, Barbie. And like a Barbie, right? Like Barbie's been killing it in the theater. Let's see if it's killing it in Brunello. 93 points wine. Spectator, 93 points wine. Advocate, 92 points. VaynerX, 70 to 80 SRP. Again, I'm giving you the suggested retail here. Most of these wines are available 20 to 30% less than a suggested retail. Discounters, winelibrary.com, big shout out to Dad. Even places that are really expensive like wine.com are probably slightly below the SRP. Yes, that was a dig. Do not buy your wine at wine.com. Though I think they run a great business, I just think they're overpriced. But that's me. Anyway, Barbie 2018 Brunello. These are all 18s. I love that. Any thoughts on Barbie? Fattori di Barbie, it's a classic Brunello, Brandon.
I just remember starting. When I started in 2000 on the floor at Wine Library, it was all 99 Brunello, or 97 Brunello.
97
97
Brunello.
was such a hot
Brunello.
vintage.
Super hot.
And I remember this wine. Like, I remember Barbie as one of the classics, and Bob and Caparzo for that matter. But those wines were so hot. We had 97, 99, 2001, remember?
All
again,
massive
huge.
vintages.
So these wines just bring me back to like my very early days at Wine Library.
On the Sniffy Sniff, the wine is loaded with, also has a little bit of a cinnamon stick. There's some raspberry, a little bit more like the Caparzo nose, classic, solid. I would elevate it slightly above the Caparzo. Did I give you this too?
No,
it's a little bit more aromatically exciting. Again, the Sangiovese grape is so dynamic, really exciting when it blends with Cabernet Merlot. This is why we have Super Tuscans. We will have a show on that. But Tuscany, where this wine comes from, is one of the beautiful, most amazing places. I'm sure many of you have heard, like, I want to go to Tuscany for my honeymoon. Like, it's beautiful, and they make beautiful wines, and I'm excited about trying this Barbie. Look, people talk about being a Barbie girl, but I'm a Barbie boy on this one. I like this. I'm a Barbie boy on this one. This is well made, well structured, really nice. Again, I'll bring it up again, sour. But again, think sour candies. Think about the things you like that are sweet and sour. It's got that kind of thing going on. There's also, what are those tomatoes? Plum cherry tomatoes? This is got really interesting like cherry tomato flavor on the like back end of the mid palate as it goes into its finish. Crushed up potpourri like rose petals, that sourness that comes along with this, but it's elegant, it's smooth. 93, 93, 92. I'm in the same range. I'm gonna go 91 plus on this wine. There you go, 91 plus. I really like this wine. It's well made. 70 to 80 SRP. Looks like Wine Library sells it for about 58. 60. Like, I still think if I'm like recommending a friend, I'd say go find the Palazzi, but this is very well made and wildly more available than Palazzi and on so many more restaurant lists. So I know a lot of you right now have your notes tab out, on your phone, and if you want to add it, it's solid, it's good. Thoughts?
I agree. I thought so far out of the three, I think the Barbie and then the Palazzi, yes.
Love it. All right, we ended with a big one.
Yeah.
You're being very nice to me. Thank you for bringing this. I'm excited about this. Tell me about this wine.
So Marinetto is one of the hotter, I guess, air quote, new producers. They have that wine, and then they have a higher end wine called Madonna, which sells for $300 to $400 a bottle. So you're talking about beyond the Santi range. These are some of the top wines in all of Montalcino.
Where did Marinetto come from? Like, this is a new one for me.
Yeah.
But you've been hyping the producer to me, so I'm like excited.
So in the mid 2000s, I think, or the late 2000s.
97
really
points Wine Enthusiast, 95 points Wine Advocate, 95 points Vaynerx, excuse me, 110 to $120 SRP. For context, Wine Library sells this for 98 bucks, and we're a discounter of premium wine. So this is some Muco stuff. I'm excited about this. I'm pretty hyped. Let's give it a very serious snippy sniff. Wow, this is got a great nose. Not even good.
I'm trying to remember the first vintage that was really big, but I think it was in the late 2000s, 2009, 2010.
I was well on my way to
it's
many new things at that point. This nose, smell this. This nose is insane. Smell this. This smells like strawberry and creams and like rainbows and like this smells amazing. I don't want to, you know, there used to be analogies I could use in Wine Library TV that are less politically correct, but I'm gonna go there. I don't think this is politically incorrect. This just smells like a college dorm room of an attractive woman. Like that's like the first thing I thought of. Like it just smells good as soon as you walk in. Like that's what this is. Wow, this is really aromatically exciting. A little cocoa powder on there as well. Wow, this nose is bananas. Holy crap, this is phenomenal. Whew. This wine is well worth the price admission at 120 bucks, SRP 98 bucks at Wine Library. I'm sure that's the general range. I assume it's pretty hard to find. Or is it out there?
It's kind of out there.
Nice,
so
good.
You should be able to
please,
find it.
again, if you're a baller, shot caller, you should find this wine. This is what $100 wine should taste like. And really, honestly, this if I was blind tasting with Brandon and he poured these wines, this is on a completely different planet than these three wines. Like in a fight, this wine would beat the crap out of these three and you'd be like a viral video on the internet. Like this wine is so much better, so smooth, so silky, so explosive. Wow, this is impressive. I did not expect it to be this good. A lot of times I think things, you know, I almost think like subconsciously when something's overhyped, I don't like it as much.
Yep.
I think that's in me, but this is phenomenal. This is silky smooth, delicious. Mm-hmm. Dust, you drink wine?
Today I do.
Yeah, try this. This is like bananas good. Like huge explosive, red fruit, black fruit, strawberries, blackberries, cassis. These.
Definitely doesn't taste like anything I've had before.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. I'm joining the party. Let's give it 96 plus points. This is a monster. I tend to not get, I don't like to go to 98, 99, 100 on WineText TV. This is as big as I'm gonna score. As a matter of fact, honestly, I can feel myself underscoring it. Let's go 97 points. 97 points for this remarkable Brunello that blew me away and well worth. And I think $100 is a lot of money to spend on a bottle of wine. But this is that good, and I couldn't recommend it more. That's what we did. 4 Brunellos, pretty good show. Caparzo, but other than that, all three showed, I mean, this was remarkable. These two battled, and I think you can find this cheaper, but you can't find it. This one,
yep.
Let's rank them up. There we go. I'm gonna go like this, because I think it's better. I know you like the Barbie a little bit more, it seemed like. Anyway, nonetheless, that is our Brunello show. We will be back with episode 4 of WineText TV soon. Sign up for winetext.com if you want premium wine at massive discounts, 1 deal a day via text. All right, Hannah. Finally, in my social media, please ask your wife. Tell Kaylin I love her. So Kaylin's making an impact.
Yes.
This is your 13 seconds to make an impact to the Vayner Nation for them to love you.
What?
12.
What did Kaylin say? What did Kaylin say? I need the context.
9, she said nothing. 8. Ginger just knows who she is. 8, 7, 6, 5.
Macro patience, micro speed. That's what I live by.
2, I like that. That's something you took?
Yeah.
Good.
I told you.
What about, why don't you just flex your sweater? Show them, it's epic.
When you first started saying that, I thought you were saying it to me because it was in this weird transition period of my life.
Look, Danica is spelling your name wrong.
Yeah. It's Hanna.
There we go.
Danica.
Holy crap, this is phenomenal. Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Text TV. Wine Text TV brought to you by winetext.com, America's new and best way to buy premium wine at discount prices. We are here for episode number 3 and we were talking Brunello. Episode 3, Brunello di Montalcino, one of Italy's best wines, along with Super Tuscans and Barolos and Amarones, definitely in the top 4, depending on your palate. For many people, number 1. Oftentimes for me, number 1. Though Barolo has captured my attention over the last decade a lot more and probably sneaks ahead of Brunello for me personally. Many people that I know really fancy Brunello over any other type of wine. And we have 4 monster Brunellos here today, many of which are widely available. One of the things I want to do with Wine Text TV is make sure that they're wines that you can find out and about. And that is a huge focus of mine. I am here again with my best bud, Brandon Warnicki, who will make very limited appearances throughout the episode, but has bought so much Brunello in his 25 years. Brandon loves a good Brunello and a good Chateauneuf de Pape. And so I know this is, and it's also an exciting time to talk about Brunello. It doesn't work because it's the people you spend time with are the ones that dictate your mindset. It's just 100%. So yeah, I think you got to think about it. Of course. Thanks for coming.
Just like really positive guy. You know?
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming out, bro. Tyler, you out of t-shirts yet? Hey, man.
Ben, pleasure to finally meet you, man. I've been
How are
hitting
you?
you up on the DM. We wanted to do a 360 video with you, like live stream. We have a VR creative agency production right here in Union Square.
Love it.
Just want to know if we could do some work for you, do some creative for you.
So it's possible. I mean, we don't outsource any of that work. We do all our own internal
so you do it
production.
all.
So probably not.
But if we could do something for you or live stream, you know, daily V.
the best way for me is, even though I talk a lot about DM, DM was tough for me before I put it out there.
Yeah.
Now that I put it out there, first of all, I'm getting like 50 text. I'm getting like hit up by every single Instagram influencer of like, fuck you. My DM is so fucked up now. I'm getting like 500 DMs a day. So email's the best way to get a hold of me.
All right,
Email's the
man.
best shot.
Great to meet you, man.
Awesome, man. Real
Thanks.
pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Take care.
What's up, man? How are you? What's your name?
Victor.
Thanks for coming out.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
All right, 1, 2.
Who wants the pillow though? I want the
I'm 17, 2 years at Sticker Mule.
Yes.
And I hit you up a couple times. I'm like good friends with David at OG. Like I've been trying to get to reach you. I know I want to work for Vayner. Because I've always known about Vayner, and then I met Daniel Zaltzman.
Yes.
He's now at Digital Ocean.
Yes.
Like he told me about it, and I was like, that's awesome.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Tell him I say hello if you see him again.
Yeah, but
thanks for coming, man. Yeah, of course. Where is that?
Gary, real fast. My nephew Michael couldn't be here. Can you just throw a shout out for Michael?
Of course, give me 1 second. Awesome. Thank you.
Tell him to hustle.
You got it. Of course.
Michael.
Oh, we're still in video.
Yeah.
Michael, first of all, where the fuck are you? Second of all, the only excuse is hustle. Keep grinding, baby.
Square.
Thanks, brother.
Yo,
Love you,
Gary,
man.
right here.
I'll be right there. Hi.
All right, I'm a barber, right? So
How are you?
You really inspired me to like go after it. Like my mom's like, but during school the whole time I'm cutting hair like at like this kind of price from the barber shop that's up the block. So
I love it.
And then I came back here. Like I didn't do well in college because I was making money doing that. And that's what I like. So I got better at it and I came back here. I'm in the barber store right now. I graduated.
Sorry, I thought you wanted to go through now. It makes sense. What are you doing?
But also, do you have any tips for like I want like my goal is to be like a men's stylist like for movies and like magazine shoots and stuff like that. So how would I market myself?
I still think it's DMing and emailing. Just you gotta keep asking. Ask.
Right.
Somebody's just gonna say yes.
Right.
Somebody's just gonna think that your fire
Right.
made them say yes.
Okay.
And then you do well, and then away you go.
Alright, also, and I wanted to get into marketing, like
in doing house calls and stuff. So how else, like, do I do that
That's
for people?
content and patience. They'll come to you.
Okay.
You got to put it out there, and just like over time, they'll come to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey, man. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a quick question. When you were coming up through the game and stuff like that, how do you develop your niche? One thing you found that you were good at?
What I knew I was good at early on. Yeah.
There's the man right there.
Anybody have any gum?
Oh yeah.
You're full service right here. I'm good, thank you. I knew what I was good at super early on because I sold shit. And so I thought I was a salesman, right? Like when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, I'm a salesman. And I think, like, I didn't realize, thank you so much, I didn't realize I was good at helping people or bringing value. Like, I think too many people try to figure out what their niche is instead of doing shit. And then you figure it out after time. Everybody's trying, thank you. Everybody's trying to figure out shit beforehand. The answer is to figure shit out after. Everybody don't, like, when I look around here and I see how young everybody is, I'm like, fuck, man. Like, everybody, if everybody just knew that they should just work and do shit, and then at 25, and then at 30, and then at 35, and then at 40, assess. Everybody's crippled to waste time when time is the only thing they've got. Like, so many people here are so scared to do the wrong thing for 3 years when they're 25 years old, and they'll only be told, like, everybody's scared of hard work with no obvious outcome, and that's the only way to get the answer. I never thought about shit. I knew I wanted to buy the jets, and that was it. Everything else I didn't overthink. I was like, I'm just gonna build this family business. Then I'm gonna do this YouTube show. Then I'm gonna invest in startups. I didn't know what investing was. You know?
You got a quick picture?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, please.
Yep. Hello! 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Nice talking to you.
My name's Garrison.
Garrison.
I'm a chef down the street, El Buco Alimentari.
I love it.
DM'd you about it to invite you to dinner, so if you're
Thank
ever
you.
around for that. But we have a really big team. We use some of your tools to like keep ourselves motivated. We work
Thank you.
real hard. You know?
Thank you. Yeah, you guys are in a grinding business.
Totally.
I have a lot of respect for people that work in restaurants. A lot.
It's a good time. My brother lives in Arizona, so I was like doing the order for tomorrow, and my brother hit me up, said that you're going to be here. So
I love it. I'm glad you came in.
Really good.
Cool. Pictures?
Yeah,
Yes.
Alex got you.
And then this one.
This one?
I told you I was going to
Adriana. How are you? Such a pleasure. Of course. Of course. Thank you.
About the location story now.
About what?
The location story?
I think it's cool. I think it's a hack. I think it's a hackable thing.
Super hack, right? Because I'm throwing Times Square, like everything is all of everything, and like 100 other people, like I have no clue who are, just watch my stories. I don't know.
100%.
And you just go
It's a
ahead
good
and
hack.
just plug in all your shit, and it's just random people just come
That's
and look
right.
at
It's
it.
a discovery mechanism.
Yeah, amazing, right?
Yeah, for sure. Who's that? Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good. My name is Nina. I came across you about 4.5 years ago, and I was in a place where I got to crime, where I didn't want to.
You say your name, so I
Carry on.
Yeah.
You've changed my business up. I'm a freelance photographer.
Yes.
Kind of changed it. You've changed this.
That's the better part. That's the better part.
Changed this, and it's just given me a different perspective on life and a gratitude that I just have never had. So it's funny. I came across. I know about 5 or 6 people that used to work at Vayner or have been a bit like I'm like 6 degrees of separation, getting closer and closer. And I may have just lost my B job because I literally ran. Someone was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Shit!" I'm not joking. I literally went. These guys are still here. I can't lock out until they go, and I just left. So
Thank you.
Thanks
for being here.
I will get half an hour.
We'll make it happen.
Please, thank
Yo, for the baby, I got this for the baby.
Hey, Gary.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you made it.
Actually, for more for him. Let's more for him.
How you been? Doing well?
Yeah, I sent you some jet stuff a few months ago. I traded you for autographed books. I don't know if you
Yes,
remember.
yes, I do. I do, man.
Can I get a picture? More. Just take a picture. Can't go anywhere. Overpower me.
I go to events and stuff like
Oh, this one?
at some point, I want to just like start filming all the time.
Awesome.
Appreciate everything.
I really appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thanks for coming out.
To gift someone 10 minutes of your time.
Maybe
unhook
send me
barter
an email.
system
Gary
somehow.
at VaynerMedia. Yeah, I think so.
Got it.
I'd like to hear what that means. All right, Ben. Take care.
Gary, real quick, Ben, we met a year ago, man.
How
My
are
best
you?
friend tried to come with me, broke his leg, couldn't make it. You gave him this shout out in London, in Soho. That's you saying, why the fuck can't you be here?
I love it, man.
And then we had a chat and you inspired me to come here from the New York. But he's obviously not here. So
Yes.
I'm gonna get a second shout and be
course.
like, why the fuck aren't you here?
What's his name?
Richard Bennett.
Richard.
It's the second one.
Okay, I want to get a picture. Both of us.
Richard, Garyvee, got a very simple question. Why the fuck aren't you here?
Times two! Times two, buddy! Thanks, man. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Take care.
Squeeze in, man.
Stan's helpless, man.
Stan,
Nice
how are
meeting
you?
Thank you for doing what you do, man.
Of course, brother.
Helping me out a lot. You don't even know.
Makes me happy, man. Thanks for coming out and saying hello.
Absolutely. Do you take a picture?
Yeah, of course.
Are you asking a question?
Yeah, man.
No.
Tyler, you out of shirts?
I think you just working when you bounce away.
You still got shirts? Tyler still has shirts.
Just work.
Did you give away the pillow?
Gary,
You still got the pillow?
Yeah,
You're holding it, right? You got the power with the pillow.
Gary, two things real quick. Independent filmmaker right here. I did a short film that just came out on Amazon. Charlamagne did a drop for us. Diddy did a drop for us. I was wondering if you could do the same thing for us to help us with the marketing.
How so? A shout out to you?
Yeah, this is like, make sure y'all check out Proceed with Caution.
I gotta see it though.
No problem.
I can't.
I can show it to you right now. Boom, boom, boom.
No, I gotta like, how long is it?
It's like 60 seconds. It's
Okay.
less than that, so I'll just show you. This is the puff. Hold on a second. Oh, it's supposed to be the first one to pop up. Albums, videos. This video, subscribe,
Yeah, you didn't bring a projector?
But the second thing too is if I could get a card, I have a Puffy's on.
No, what are they shouting out?
A Proceed with Caution. So this is Charlamagne's version. Right here. But it takes some time.
Real quick, they're shouting out what?
Proceed with Caution, my independent short film that's on Amazon.
How long is that?
What, the short film?
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute short film.
But I don't shout out shit. I gotta see the film.
That's no problem. I can send it to you if you
Perfect,
have a card.
please. It's Gary at VaynerMedia. I don't have a card. It's Gary at here. I'll give it to you.
All right, cool.
Go ahead.
I got like a startup idea or two as well that I'm trying to put out as well, so I'm gonna include that within the thing.
I'm trying to find my wife here.
Yeah.
What's up? What girls here watching?
I don't know if Flash is on.
Trying to run a with Bob
No,
Law, trying to run a startup together.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna work. I was gonna do it.
Okay,
on,
you're gonna delete some stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna do it on the
Snap?
Instagram. Yeah, exactly. And then
I need an upgrade, as you can tell.
It's funny because Mimi talked about this.
Is this 4?
No, we're together.
5. Oh, it's the same size as her.
Right. I was in a
Thanks for
meeting.
coming
I
out,
left.
man. Thanks for coming. Send it to me. I'll watch it. Awesome. Take care. Hey, man.
TJ,
How are you?
fan.
Thank you,
I'm
man.
new to the city. Flew out 5 days ago for an internship this summer. I have
Good timing.
One more year of school, and the fact that you're 2 blocks from my dorm is just unreal.
I love it, man. Real
I'm so happy
pleasure.
you're here. Can we get a picture? Thank you
Awesome,
so much.
man. Thanks for saying
Appreciate
hello.
it. Keep
Take
doing
care of
what you do.
yourself. Awesome. Hey, man. Mario.
I'm a business owner about to relaunch our product or brand. What's the best way to relaunch a brand that, I'm actually in the meal kit industry, so we're kind of very, waiting to see what everyone's doing. People are folding. I know, but we're coming up with like an anti-meal kit. We're going to relaunch in a couple months. I basically want to know what's the best way of relaunching something or rethinking how people perceive it.
It comes down to branding and sales.
Yeah.
So you need to think about your sales strategy. You got to think about your branding strategy. And
Okay.
so, from a sales strategy, it's all the digital marketing, Facebook ads and Google ads and emails and all that.
Right.
From a brand standpoint, that's where you get into like long form content, Facebook commercials, influencers, like events. Like there's no fucking magic. I'm not even as good as I am at what I am. There's no answer to that question.
Right.
There's just the execution of the only two things that sell shit, which is you either build a brand or you're good at sales.
Right.
And you've got to do them both in parallel, because a lot of times if you don't do sales, you don't get to the brand.
Right.
And if you don't do the brand, you lose. Where Maple and all these things, where they lose is they're all such hardcore digital marketers.
Right.
All they do is sales.
Right.
It's all conversion-based marketing. It's CAC, LTV. It's app downloads, email conversions. They don't think about the brand. All I do is brand.
Right.
All I do is brand. Content value, content value, content value, and that's why I win, because I'm putting my brand top of mind that inspires people to want to come out. People don't come out like this if you're not. Yo, I just want to say what's up. Ambient Shredder, what's good? Jorge Cortez, what's good? Great to see you. Bastronaut, always great to see you. Got a lot of love for all of you. But not get too far away from sales, because if you don't make it to brand, so you got to figure out your cadence.
What about product and packaging? How important is that?
Matters. I mean, it's what you fucking sell.
Right.
But not as much. If product and packaging can't hold you back, it's not going to be in the business you're in the thing that sets you over the top.
Okay.
Like a nicer container, a white thing, like the food quality is something that can set you over the top.
Of course, yeah.
If your food, the problem is if you look at the history of like quick serve or restaurants or food, there has to be such an incremental jump for the food to be the factor. So everything has to be good enough.
Right.
And just consistent. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you, appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming. Hi.
Hi. Leah, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good. I have a question for you. So I'm part of a movement of young people who's trying to create transformational change in our political system.
Yep.
And a lot of what we're trying to do is create like a political culture and a political brand that will actually bring people in and create something that's like authentically millennial, young, like hip, resonant for people. So that's partially kind of like our approach. But what do you think is, I guess, like the magic ingredient to create that transformational change? But actually talking about a movement. So what we're trying to do is create like this like people-based kind of constituency of young people where
the candidate.
But if there are multiple candidates, so if we create a movement of candidates.
The candidate. What I mean by my answer is consistent because no political party or any movement is going to have any momentum without the singular person that builds the momentum around. You can go and find 17 candidates, it's going to be the candidate. It's the individual person that galvanizes the movement that almost always historically, it's how humans work. Nope, got it?
So what
I would do is
expand the field of just like create a bunch of different people and do storytelling on the internet to sell like all of those candidates at once and have them all in one place in one kind of like movement-based home where like they can all share their brand and their vision and like put that all in one place. So like on the internet, so like people can access it.
I think I still think my answer is the same, which is cool. You're going to find 39 people. It's going to be that one. Sally is going to be the one that actually makes the whole thing work.
Yeah.
You've got to find the person.
Yeah.
The person that creates the waterfall for the other. You can have 8,000 candidates in this party on a platform on the internet, but until you have the candidate, it's all just going to be very small and mean nothing. If you look at the history of like parties and movements, it's a person. So you can do your thing, but just keep my voice in the back of your mind that what you're really looking for is the fucking person. Every movement's behind a singular person, even though hundreds of people, thousands of people may share that idea.
Yeah.
That would be if you actually want to not be the cliche that has happened in this country for 50 years, the cliche is since 1960, young people that look like you say, we're going to do this thing, and it never happens. It doesn't happen because it starts so ideological about all of us. It doesn't understand that it needs the candidates. Go ahead.
Barack Obama was like that. I mean, he came in and he like picked up the progressive movement and he took it with him. But now we're left with nothing coming out of it on the back end.
Because
his legacy is an incredible thing, and like I respect the hell out of the guy. But we're left with the progressive movement that has been kind of like dirty in our infrastructure, and so we have a down ballot, like it's been like totally wiped out, and it's a more popular party, yet we're like losing elections left and right.
No,
you just lost elections.
No, you lost election.
We are losing elections at every level of government.
Yeah, of course, because it's a swing back to what happened when you were winning all the elections, just like the way it's happened in this country for 300 years.
Yeah.
I think the bigger thing to understand is like what does it really mean? Like what's the counter move? Like I think people get way too high and low. In the same way when he won 8 years ago, everyone's like, this is gonna be it?
Yeah.
It's just not how the way humans work.
Yeah.
It's not how humans work. This thing that's happening to the party right now, it's not gonna be as bad. A week before that election, people were saying, would the Republican Party exist? A week.
But I worked on the Clinton campaign for John Podesta.
Okay.
And I watched us lose the election.
Yep.
I watched it in real time.
Yep.
And real time.
I agree.
You know, and so
there was no confusion to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, did you feel like we were losing the election?
Of course.
Yeah, I did. So.
But you can never win anything on defense.
Yeah.
It was pure defense.
Yeah.
It was completely a blind thought that the other guy was going to put himself out of business.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to lose.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say.
Okay.
To answer your question, it's the candidate. Barack Obama would have been perfect because he's one of those kind of charismatic, selfish legacy people that can do a whole thing. But if you're going to do it in a third party, it's got to be a human being is going to have to be the person that carries that torch. So while you build platform and the internet is, just keep that in mind because that's how it actually works.
Yeah.
That's just proven in all societies across human race the last fucking 1,000 years. It's what we do.
Okay.
Like we don't remember what Gandhi and Martin Luther King and Barack Obama and John F. Kennedy, they're not the only person that thought that, but they're the person that dragged it.
Yeah. I learned recently that Martin Luther King was like recruited.
Of course.
Yeah.
You need the person. It's the advice I'm giving you now.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
No, I really do get it.
That's the answer.
So there can still be a peopleful movement beneath the leader, but the leader is the leader. And
I'm not the person that invented or like created like pure honest entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I'm just the person. Got it?
Got it. I got it. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I would love it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I sign this? Of course you can help me. Coming out, man. Okay.
And be careful, your bag is open.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Wish you luck.
Actually, I kind of want you to stay. It's perfect that you just segued the political conversation.
All right, cool. I'm here.
Beyond the shadow down, biggest difference in my life. The first video I ever saw of you was just the You're Gonna Die video when that shit walked up to me in the car. That shit was and it kind of really made me figure out what I want to do with my life and my hustles. And my hustle is kind of different. I'm not really so much the businessman, but I love politics. My hustle is I want to run for president in 2052.
Daniel.
And the thing you need to do is you don't need to do it. You need to create a whole party, a political party that all of these people here will 100% join because everyone believes in everything you're saying. Fiscal responsibility, but be fucking kind to people. And we would get an entire generational movement and fundamentally change the way this country operates for everyone. And I just want to say thank you so fucking much.
You're welcome, brother. Makes me super happy.
It's like the soul.
I'll vote for you, man.
Yeah, we need
of course.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Hey, man, I'll vote for you. Fuck yeah.
You are leading the 2052 presidential election. Woo!
You're vice president?
It's in stone.
Awesome. Real pleasure.
By the way, we got to be a little selfish here. I would love to work for you. I'd literally work 100 hours a week on the fucking weekends if it was possible, just to make money to pay you so I could work for you.
I appreciate it. So send me an email, Gary at VaynerMedia. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming. Awesome. Thanks for coming. Hey, man.
I'm Sabbath. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
First off, I really want to say thank you so much for all the real shit that you put out there, because I feel there's a lot of people that put out a lot of things that are just trying to sell you shit.
Yes.
And their master online course, and it's just, and I've gotten caught up in that, honestly, and like, it sucks, you know, and you're so real because there's no like ulterior motive to you. You just want to help people and like show people the right way to do things.
That's how you win bigger.
I know, and that's why you get this. You know, you don't have a ton of people behind you like hating on you. You're real. So I want to say thank you.
Thank you, brother.
And quick question. So, as I have immigrant parents, and
I got you next. Don't worry.
They're kind of old, and how do you balance like trying to take
them
care
down and do your thing?
Kind of. How do you take care of them without like doing something stupid for money, like something like quick cash? You know what I mean?
100% I know. So I think the question becomes how much, like, I think that's a different kind of conversation that you have to have with them, which is taking care of people is all relative, right? So like everybody that lives in this, everybody that's in New York City right this second has a very different point of view of being taken care of than the people that D-Rock and I saw in Ghana 2 days ago,
that.
right? Like, so I think to me the question is, what is being taken care of? Like, so let's make sure, like, being taken care of is not like I'm gonna buy my mom's a really nice car. Right. So I think the question is, do they want you to take care of them? What are they expecting from you? Or is this some romantic thing that you've created for yourself? That's where it starts.
A little of both. Like,
I'm sure.
They, you know, like my mom's like super old, she can't work.
Right.
And
So-
same with my dad. And
Right.
like, I just want to make sure that they have a place to live.
Right. So I think the question becomes, like, there's only two ways to make money: the right way and the wrong way. Right. And so your talent on making money the right way is going to predicate how fast you can pull it off. There's no magic. Like, you're asking a binary question. Like, hey, how do I not come up with spammy shit or do quick cash stuff? But even though I want to do the spammy shit, because if I make $28,000, that can mean something for my parents. Right. That's a question you have to make. Look, you're talking to somebody who thinks it's appropriate to steal if you're homeless.
Right.
Like, I understand the logic. So like, when I tell people like, don't do dumb shit, that's like, hey, don't like rip people off so you can get a Lamborghini.
Right.
If you feel like not the best about what you do, but the sole purpose is it's something you have to do right now because your parents are getting evicted, who the fuck am I to judge, right? So like, I think that's the calibration. You've got to figure out how serious is it.
Thank
Because
you so much.
the longer you can wait to do the right thing, always the better.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
so
in.
much.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Can you take a picture? Yeah.
She's a picture girl too.
Of course.
All right. Ready? 1, 2. There we go.
Awesome.
Appreciate it,
You
man.
wanna make that
Have a
my
good
pleasure,
night.
man. Take care.
Andrew?
Andrew.
2052.
No, yeah, I have one
Short
right
enough so I
here.
can get a couple.
You got it. My pleasure. Thanks for coming.
What's up,
What's up,
Gary?
man? How are
Yo,
you?
Thanks so much for the motivation.
Of course, man.
You are like fucking fire in the morning, man. I just
Thank
want to
you,
get a
man.
picture with
You
you.
got it. Awesome.
Thanks so much,
Thanks for
man.
coming
Don't
out.
stop, please.
I won't. Take
Please,
care.
thanks.
Hey guys, it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you,
I just
man.
drove from Philly over here, driving like a maniac to get here in time.
I'm glad we made it, man.
Yeah. The gadget
That's
music.
commitment. People were tweeting like, "Oh fuck, I'm in Brooklyn." I'm like, dude.
I saw it at 8:20.
I'm like, take an
8:20. I laid
Uber,
down.
dick. Like,
I laid down to take a nap at 8:20 because I'm exhausted from hustling all week. And then I Snapchat. I'm like, fuck, I gotta do this. So I just jumped in.
I love it, man. Thanks for being here.
The GadgetMuseum.com. The Gadget Museum is a museum in Philly, attracting a lot of tourists. But it's free. The point is market research for the inventors.
Understood.
So my question is how much do you think I can charge per month or contract for an inventor to get all that traction from tourism into that store? Like South Street, if you know, is like a really busy
I know it
street.
super well.
So, because the game is market research. That's what I'm selling. Everything else is free.
Do you have any feel for what the research is worth? Have you sold it to anybody?
I just got the place. I'm going to the convention in Pittsburgh on Tuesday to.
Just, I would walk into that convention as if you already have the report or like the data and like price it differently to every single person.
Yeah.
Like you don't know yet.
Or ask it first because they spend a lot of
I
money.
don't think asking people like, hey, how much would you pay for this is the right strategy. I think the right strategy is running the gamut and being like, hey, I've got this report for $1,000. Hey, I've got this report for $5,000. Hey, I've got this report for $10,000.
I mean, they put their invention in the store, and over the months, as people watch and how they interact with it, there's a 360 camera.
I get it. It's valuable.
Right, very valuable.
I just don't know how much it's worth.
Okay.
And I'm giving you a really practical answer for you to figure out how much it's
Straight
worth.
up
Like, go to that, you're going to this conference, if it's right, literally, I would go to every single person. Don't ask them how much they would pay for it. Tell them how much it is, and then taste the reaction of the first 30 people, and then now on the 31st person, you know what to charge. So like, hey, it's $500. Cool, I'll take it. Cool. Hey, it's $8,000. No. Hey, it's $4,000, $1,000, $200. Hey, it's 500. Hey, it's 500. No, too much. Hey, it's 500. No, too much. Fuck, was it 500? Did that guy overpay? Got it?
And in the time till then, focus on all the value I can bring to them.
Correct.
Like max that shit out.
You got it.
Right. Cool.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jordan. I just wanted to come in and say thank you so much. Like, you're making such an improvement in everyone's fucking lives. Like, you're out here killing it, and you're like provoking us all to kill it as well. And I love you. Can I get a hug or photo? Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out. Bro, what's up, man? How are you?
You remember me, right?
Of course. How are you?
Good to see you again.
You good?
Mike is stuck in Brooklyn. That's why I'm like, you gotta live in Manhattan if you want to do this. You're killing it everywhere. Completely everywhere. Instagram, YouTube videos, D-Rock's fucking killing it. I want to know your hot take.
And what's interesting, and I can't speak for everybody here, but I do know you well enough to know you've watched the progression happen. Like
overnight, I woke up, you were at 1 million on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, and now it's across the board. You're just, the focus is so obvious, but it's been like that forever. I just want to know your hot take on Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain.
So Ethereum's got huge upside. So I think everybody knows I don't talk about shit I don't know, and even though I was at 3 South by ago, spent 9 hours sitting in a room talking about Ethereum when it was $1.50, right? I still know that there are so many people that know so much more. Here's what I would say. It can't lose over time. So I don't know how that manifests, but it's binary. It's binary. It's going to work over time. Here's what I don't know. By not playing with it enough, by not doing enough homework, the reason I'm not putting out content is here are the things that I don't know. I don't know how I think, because I haven't done homework, on what governments do about it. Because
there are big companies backing Ethereum right now.
Big companies are much smaller than governments, right?
Fair.
So I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know enough. The reason I love Ethereum is because what that is it's so much more agnostic than currency. That's us doing lease deals with each other. It's way beyond that. So I understand why it will work. I just don't know enough of the details that I like. You guys know how I talk about social and content and marketing that feels and tastes and sounds different than everybody else because I so know it. So overall, when I'm asked on the record, I think it's going to work.
You're going to play the game?
I'm going to play the game. Yes, I've bought it, but the way for me to play the game is to, you know what? I'm glad you brought up Instagram. I've been on Instagram for 5, 6, 7 years, right? Like, as a matter of fact, 18 and 24 months ago, I had 84,000 followers on Instagram. It was a completely secondary thought to me. Then I decided to play with it a little bit, and that's why I got to 400. And then in December, I remember I just looked at them like, you know what? I'm gonna go very serious at this. So probably at some point, March of next year, I'll be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna get very serious about crypto and think about it. So
you're killing
probably.
It, Gary. You're fucking killing it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I want to. Can you snap for me?
Yeah.
I'm still using Snapchat. I know.
For me?
Right?
So just so you know, because just so you guys know, straight up, like statement of the night. Snapchat ads are massively underpriced. They're $2, $3 CPMs.
Wow, that's low as shit.
And you can swipe up and get long form content. Literally tomorrow, I'm running heavy. I'm about to get very serious about Snapchat. Very serious.
Wow, that's a good move for them too. Wow.
Because it's say like there's still an ungodly amount of fucking people consuming Snapchat.
It's going to be around in 5 years?
I don't know. The thing I know is,
what we talking about in 2022, Instagram's going to be around for sure.
Of course, because Facebook's a beast. Yeah, I think they have too much money to not be talked about in 2022, but we could be talking about, like, Tumblr hasn't done anything right in 6 years. It's still here.
They got bought out a while.
Right, exactly, but it hasn't done anything right in 6 years.
But it still has the users.
So what I mean by that is Snapchat, yes and no. The market's been, if it stayed independent, they would have raised so much money that they'd still be around.
Yeah.
So,
but he's good. Hark's good.
Yeah, but he's not. Oh, he's. David is the last person we should be worried about. But yes, I think he'll be around. But I'm not worried, you know that. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about right this minute, and right this minute, because of Instagram's copy features, so many people have gone so far into Instagram only while there's still just enormous amounts of action on Snapchat, and now they have an ad product that's an interstitial that if you understand how to make content well, you can buy for $2 CPMs that people are gonna,
What you said you're running something tomorrow, what are you running tomorrow?
I'm gonna make an ad, I decided, vertical,
Garyvee,
for myself, and it's just gonna be like, you fucking suck, and I'm gonna show you how to fix it. And so I'm going to like swipe up, and then I'll go into a longer form video. I just think it's gonna work. I think people are gonna be there and be like, fuck, what the fuck?
What the fuck? In Discover or between stories?
Between stories.
Confusion, marketing strategy.
Real confusion. All right,
Cool.
let's snap real
Yep,
quick.
sure.
I don't know, give like a
I got
7.
that.
You know what you're doing.
Is anybody in here? Just kidding. I'm post on Snapchat, all in. Say hello. One mic.
That's Garyvee.
What up, what up? It's me, it's true, real life.
Right here.
All right, thanks for coming, bro.
Good to see you, man. Very good to see you.
I'm gonna try so hard not to throw up right now.
Okay. Please don't.
Oh yeah, can you like film this just with the
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 8 months ago, I met Jason Beauregard on a plane. I sat next to him and I hit him up. I was like, dude, like media company, like what? Snapchat Spectacles. I work for Garyvee. What? Oh my God, dude, you absolutely flipped my life upside down. I quit my job that was paying me 6 figures because of what you said, where how you make your money is much more important than how much you make. And it has, through everything that's happened to me, I am just so much more fulfilled, and I understand all the things that I don't want in life, which is very
way more important than the other thing, believe it or not.
Yeah, like it didn't matter that my bank account was looking good because I felt like I was lying to people and taking, and it didn't matter.
Right.
And dude, like you changed that for me when I hate to say Ty Lopez was steering me that way. I was like, no, dude, you saved me. Dude, thank you so much. And if there's, I'm in touch with Jason, but if there's any other way, I just actually gave him a spot, I'm sorry, at this convention at St. John's for the Diageo share, which was really cool.
Awesome, thank you.
If there's any other way that I can just give something else to you.
I'll say it to everybody, it's Gary at VaynerMedia, it's the only chance. Sliding into my DMs is long over. Like, you know, Twitter's the one place I think you guys see it. I'll interact because I just look at it constantly. So that's where you can get a thanks or a like or like a hey or like a yes or a no. But like email's the only, like emails yesterday I had to promote, like on that 12-hour flight yesterday, I had to promote the show. And so I did that. But that would have been time where I would have. But email's the one place that like I save them. Like I emailed, by the way, I emailed somebody the other day from like 2007. It was like saved in I got this one folder, like, so it's the one place you can get an actual answer. Thanks, man.
Okay, dude, can I give you a hug? Thank
course,
you so
man.
much,
My
dude.
pleasure.
Oh my God.
My pleasure. Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Can we get a selfie?
Of course. You had a t-shirt, Tyler?
1, 2. You want a flash? Here.
Yeah.
That was quality. There we go. That's beautiful.
Awesome, man.
I give you the 5. Thank you,
Thank you, man.
so much.
You're welcome.
What's okay?
Hey, man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I love you, bro.
Thank you, man.
I was gonna say I have these two small businesses. They make about the same. It's a social media agency and a shoe flipping business. I got it from eBay from you. And how do I grow them? I've like plateaued. Like they both make like $1,000 a month.
Yep.
So I'm like stuck.
How long have you been doing them?
Like a year now.
Yeah. So
I can't get sales
you're gonna have to step back.
for the social
If you're
media
not gonna go
agency. I have a client right now, and that's it for it's a garbage chute business.
Yep.
And he does good at it. Like he gets good results.
Is this all you do, or you're going to school too?
I go to school too.
So I mean, I think a couple things. Like, I think it's important to make sure you know where you are in the process. So like, it's interesting. Like, when I was making like $4,000 a weekend selling baseball cards, I didn't think it was a business. I think I was making money. I think everybody, you know how I talk about everybody wants to be an entrepreneur and a bit like you have a client. That's very different than have a business. I mean, how do you fix that plateau? You spend all your time knocking on small business doors. Like the whole young kid social media business thing is very vulnerable because small businesses, when they don't get quick ROI, fire people. So you get a client, right? You get a client for $500 or $1,000. It feels good. It looks like it's gonna be good, but you get fired after 3 months. Like, it's very easy to build your social media business. You go knock on every small business door virtually or in real life, and you get more clients. and then you like figure out what they need. Like, it's not super complicated. It just takes a fuckload of time. And you have to know what you're doing. When people pay you $1,000, they want something to happen.
Yeah, obviously.
Almost every kid that I know, especially as people are like selling the idea of like everybody should have their own social media agency, it's really good for the person that sells the model of everybody should build a social media agency. It's not as good for the people that actually have to go out and build a social media agency and then can't like build it. Like you start getting $1,000 for a pizza shop, and they think you're gonna do something, and you talk a big fucking game because all you have is the sizzle. Like, what are you doing for that $1,000? You have to drive results.
Yeah.
And so that one's a very difficult business. I have a client service business. That one's hard. The shoe flipping business is, again, very unscalable business unless you're paying off people at scale that can like stand in lines or get things behind the scenes, or you know,
like employees, like
yeah, but employees need to get paid.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, so I mean, I would say, for me, if I heard this scenario, I would first say, like, why are you going to school? What are you looking to get out of that? Is that just trying to make your parents happy? Like, you've got a lot of answers.
I use it as a like a clutch. Like if I fail
Yeah.
on these two businesses,
Yeah.
I have mine study.
Then you'll never be 100%.
Yeah, but I don't have enough time for it.
I get it,
So it's
and I think
fuck.
no, I mean, I think it's just early.
Okay.
So like, I don't think you've plateaued because you haven't been doing it long enough to know that you've plateaued. Like, plateau is consistent off a base of growth, a consistent stagnant situation. You haven't even, you're just started. So you haven't plateaued. You're trying to, you're doing 3 things, which means you're doing no things. So it's right. So it's hard to like figure that out. I think you could go the other way. One of the things you could do and I'm giving this advice to everybody is you could go do 10 more things. One of the things at this young of an age is, you know, for you to consider to try 6 other things at the same token, because now you're just tasting shit.
Yeah, that's it.
And you might be able to figure out what you actually want to do. So if you actually ask me, I'd far rather everybody under 25 here do 11 things instead of 1 thing, because they might get a better sense of what they're good at or what they love most.
Yeah.
Right?
Thanks
for
so
coming in.
much.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Can you take a picture?
Oh wait, we got to flash. 1, 2. I gotta get you some.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi.
Just a huge fan. I wanted to say hi.
Thank you.
Ask if we can get a picture.
Sure.
We got this.
Thanks. I really appreciate.
Text it to you.
I really appreciate.
I know
it.
that. I know how to fix it. Thanks for coming. Awesome. Yeah, of course.
Hi, Gary. Victoria. I have a
Victoria.
video of Black Web series. So I
love
wanted to
it.
give you a pen.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to thank you for all the work that you do. And
Thank
give you
you.
love.
Thank you for coming.
And
Picture?
yep, right here. 1, 2, 3.
Anybody have a Sharpie by any chance?
Thanks for coming.
How's it going, Gary?
Good. How are you?
My name's Shervin.
Much.
I just want to say thank you. Like, I quit my job last year because of you. I watched that college video.
That's been good? That's
Yeah,
good?
so far, like, I quit for my mental health. It's been amazing. Like, I feel so much better. Like, I went to college for my parents. I got this job for my parents. And now it's like, now it's time for me, and
Good for
I'm
you.
25, and I'm like, I can mess up. Like, you always say that.
You got time.
Yeah, and now I'm doing that. But the thing is, like, my parents are constantly throwing like little statements,
Jabs?
like, yeah, like, hey, you should get a job, or like, you need to go get
Throw
another
statements
degree.
back at them. Be like, I don't want to end up like you and be miserable. Like, call them out on their shit.
Same.
Okay.
Seriously, like when like my parents, I'm being serious. When my parents, when my wife, when my friends throw jabs at me, I throw jabs back at them. Like, there's nobody who's undefeated. There's nobody who's purely got everything right.
Okay.
Like, I just when people challenge me, I challenge them back, because that gives you the air cover for them. It's a funny thing happens when people throw jabs at you and zings at you. When you start doing it to them, they tend to slow down. They're just on the offense.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Out of pure love, they're just doing it because that's what they believe in. But if that's not what you want, you need to establish your ground, and the best way to do that is to just jab them back.
Okay.
Nicely,
Yeah.
nicely.
They're always trying to pull me in because, like, yeah, we're family. Like, you need to do like what we want. Like, we love you, and this is what you should be doing. And it's like so hard.
You're 25 years
I
old,
just gotta
bro.
jab back.
Yeah, you're 25.
Okay.
Be like, just tell them no.
Okay. No.
You want me to come over? And like,
Can you say something a little?
Mom, Dad, fuck you. come in.
All right, I'm 17. I'm
Yes.
from Toronto. I'm graduating high school in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'm taking you off before maybe going to university. I'm going to try off like 10 different businesses, like you were saying with them.
Okay.
What would you do if you were 17, just graduating high school?
I would do whatever the fuck I like. The answer is
being an entrepreneur.
I would, whatever I was into at that time.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do is build shit around what you're into.
Yeah.
So I'd look at the things you actually give a fuck about.
Always do what you love, right?
Yeah, it's just so much better. You know, it's a cliche thing, but it's better. Like if you're gonna work 18 hours a day, and if you're gonna take high risk, and if you're gonna live in a shitty place, and if you're not gonna like, it's far better to like do it around things you like. You just gotta make sure that you don't get high off your own supply.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that you don't go into music because what you wanna do is just meet rappers and go to concerts, not actually build a business.
Exactly.
So the danger of like doing what you love is that you love it and you're actually not trying to build a business.
Yeah.
You just wanna hang around with those people. That's why people lose in sports businesses and music businesses so often. They don't actually want to build a business. They just want to shake Jeter's hand or be in backstage with Drake, right? So I think that if you can do it around something you love, but you're actually trying to build a business, not get seduced by that thing, that's normally the model.
Awesome. Sounds good, man.
Thanks.
Thank you. Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
Like 1, 2. Can somebody get a light on me? Cool, thanks. Hey. Yeah.
Shy, you here? Yeah, all right, good.
What's up, Gary?
Hi.
Hi. I'm Nabila. I'm from Edison, New Jersey.
Love it. Where?
Like North Edison. I went to JP Stevens.
I would have went to JP Stevens, but I moved.
And you went to Edison High?
No, I moved to Hunterdon County, like far away. I would have went to JP. I went to John Adams Middle School.
Oh my God, I went to Woodrow.
And I played baseball in Woodrow Wilson.
Oh my God.
And I went to Martin Luther King Elementary School.
Okay, I was on the other side of town. I went to Woodbrook.
I love it. It's awesome.
And now I'm a female urban farmer out of Brooklyn, and I want to show you my farm. We farm out of shipping containers.
I love it.
And so I'm part of like an entrepreneurship and urban farming.
You like your own posts?
No, this is.
Okay.
I do like my own
I like my own posts too.
Yeah.
That was gonna be a compliment, but like I fucking love you.
I do like my own posts.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so I wanted to invite you because this is like an entrepreneur incubator, and so there's 10 farmers, and we're in Brooklyn, and we're farming.
Shout out the handle.
Yeah, Square Roots Grow, and also farming it up because I'm a vertical farmer. Farming it up. What's your idea? Farming it up. Farming it up. Yeah, farming it up.
Send me an email with the info.
Cool. Yeah, and I'm trying to like build a brand for like the next generation of young proud farmers.
It's awesome.
And I'm fucking female.
I love it.
Farmer.
I love it.
No fucking female farmer.
I love it. It's awesome. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Everybody got that. Thank you. Thanks, Gary.
Garyvee. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Kevin Belby, nice to meet you.
How are you?
I just was watching your video this morning. I broke my foot hooping.
I love it.
And I kind of let myself go a little bit watching your video, Chubby V.
Yes.
I was like, you just got to be 100% in on everything.
It's just
or else
binary.
You can't be successful. So
It's true, man.
I was watching that. It really got me going.
Cool, man.
So, and I also want to say I really love what you're doing with Vayner Sports.
Thank
so
you.
I graduated law school last year and wanted to be an agent in some capacity. I know you guys are still small, so
Yeah.
I'm working as an agent for sports broadcasters here in
for
the
you.
city. And they have the totally same mindset that you have for Vayner Sports. It's just not business partnerships, it's personal relationships with the clients.
I love it, man.
So I just want
Awesome.
to take a quick picture with you.
Sure.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it, Gary. And this is my card, my resume. I know.
Thank you, man.
I think
Take it.
you'd really
I'll take a
appreciate
look.
talking to our president. I think you guys
Okay.
have the same mindset,
I'll take a
mentality.
look.
All right, man.
Thanks for
Thanks a
coming.
lot.
Take
Appreciate
care.
it.
Hi.
First
How are you?
and foremost, thank you so much for all the value that you bring without expecting anything in return in this community that we have here. It's just, I'm a music composer, I study at NYU, and because of you, I just linked up with a filmmaker, you know, the guy the
Yeah.
filmmaker was just speaking
Yeah.
to, because
It's
of
awesome.
you, so thank you for that
Of
too.
course.
And I don't have any questions.
Cool. Thanks for
But
coming. Yes.
I was trying to get friends out here tonight, and no one knew who you were.
Yep. Huge mistake on their
So,
part.
You need to go on my Snapchat.
Okay.
Tell them what's up.
Okay, cool.
Alright?
What's your name?
Marisol.
Marisol?
Sure.
No, but what is it?
Marisol.
Marisol is that the way you say
Just
it?
say Mary.
Marisol. Marisol. Friends, it's me, Garyvee. I'm super fucking pissed at all of you for not knowing who the fuck I am. Thank you. Cool.
You got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice meeting you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks for coming. Cool. Hey, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
From Bergen County.
I love it.
As you are? I mean,
Yep.
no, you're not from Bergen County.
Not from Bergen, but Jersey.
Jersey. I just have a quick question, man, about friends. And do you feel like do you feel like they really hold you back, or do you feel like you can be friends? Do you feel like you could be friends with people who aren't?
I am.
It?
And I am.
And it doesn't affect you.
Correct, because they're not my core inner circle friends. If your core inner circle friends are sitting around playing Madden and smoking weed, you're gonna lose. That's just 100%. That's just you don't ditch them. Like when people, you know, I made that one video like drop a friend, add a friend, and it got people upset. And I understand because I think I could have done a better job. It's not today, every day, all the time. Like I might need to see you like every 2 weeks, and like it's good. Like everybody needs downtime. I watch the Jets. Like I sleep. Like people need to do shit, and that's maybe when you can hang out with that friend. But they can't be like it's just it doesn't work because it's the people you spend time with are the ones that dictate your mindset. It's just 100%. So yeah, I think you got to think about it.
Can I just get a picture with you?
Of course.
That's you right there in the background.
I see it,
Clouds
man.
and dirt.
I know a lot of you got the background wallpapers.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for coming.
Have a good one.
Yeah, take care.
Excuse me. So I'm Alex Shane. I'm photographer from Dublin.
How are you?
Good idea for the summer.
Good for you, man. How's it going?
It's good.
Good first week?
Yeah.
Good timing.
It's tough compared to Dublin, but
It's definitely different in Dublin.
yeah. I was wondering, can I take your portrait?
Sure.
Do a little project of, like,
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
Should photobomb now.
What's up?
Ever gonna open up an agency in Dublin?
You know, I've been there twice now in the last 9 months. I've been debating it. We're in London, and so like, there's a lot of Dublin's amazing because Facebook and Google and the tech scene and taxes. Just proximity-wise, it's so close to what we've got with London. So I've got to figure it out.
There's quite a few creative agencies there now.
Very good. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Can I get a picture?
Alright. Ready? 1, 2.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we just do one with flash?
Is that what we're?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to get a better one. Gotcha. 1, 2.
Thanks, man. I appreciate everything
My
you do.
pleasure, man.
You
Thanks
changed
for
my
having
life,
me.
man.
Thank you,
changed a lot of it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Gary.
Yes.
Sean.
Sean.
Nice to meet
How are you?
You're a huge
I
inspiration.
know, it's such a fake out.
Oh yeah, go ahead. No,
Ladies first.
Ladies
You're
first.
next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you. I just want to say thank you for everything. Thank you for bringing all of us out here and like for inspiring us. And I like binge watch on videos. I know I shouldn't, but like I do.
No, you should.
But the thing is, it's like every video gives such great knowledge, and I just keep watching, and like I just want to meet you in all facets of my life. And I thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'm so happy to be here. I took 3 trains to get here.
Thank you. Thanks for making the
And I
effort.
was like, yes, I need to. Yeah, it's huge. So thank you for doing this,
Thank
New
you.
York.
Of course. Real pleasure.
So can I have a photo?
Yes.
Thank you. Here. Is your flash on?
I got you. Got you with the flash.
All right. 1, 2.
Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gary, Sean.
Sean.
Nice to meet you.
Real pleasure.
You're a huge inspiration, first of all.
Thank you.
You get that from everybody.
Thank you.
But I got a question for you. So I spent the last 2 years building up Instagram accounts for the startup that I was working at. So I think I'm pretty good at building up Instagram accounts. I just don't know how to start a business out of it. I've heard like affiliate marketing maybe, but I don't know, can you give me advice on like what to do about that?
What I think you do with attention is you deploy it against something, right? So I think the reason my model works is I never think about like, oh, I'm gonna create a quick little Instagram account and I'm gonna sell shout outs against it. Like people cash in chips too soon. I think it's much better to build up Instagram accounts and then push it towards something that's meaningful. So it's in the same way I think about me, right? Like I put out content, and then, you know, I'll have things to push it against. Like, for example, I'll push against something like Planet of the Apps right now. I'll promote, I'll throw my right hooks. That's valuable for me because everybody at Apple is like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, why is Garyvee driving more success for us than the other 3 real celebrities? And then that builds reputation. I'm playing on reputation. So I think what's way cooler than doing affiliate marketing and making quick pennies is saying to yourself, taking a step back and saying, what do I want to sell? is there anything I want to sell? Oh, you decide you want to sell backpacks. Well, then you start building up like urban street accounts, you start building up travel accounts, and you build momentum, and then when you post, you're driving them to a nice Shopify page with a nice bag, and you're like actually building something tangible. Doing affiliate marketing on Instagram, when that's against Instagram's terms of services, when you're doing it on a platform that has all the leverage and not you, it never works out. Everybody's making quick dollars that way. It doesn't work.
So how much of a following should you start pushing a product or something against?
You could do, if you have 3 people following you and all 3 convert, and that's a good business.
Right,
that's,
fair enough.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the answer.
All right.
It's a matrix of what your ambition.
Yeah. I'd absolutely like to get a picture too.
Sure.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, man.
Hey, nice
Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
What's up, man?
Gary, my name is Israel. Nice to meet you.
Israel,
I fuck with you because when I was 10, I was flipping DVDs on corners till my mom paid rent.
I get it.
I just wanted to say thank you, and
welcome.
also your college rant saved my life. I was graduating high school, 18, just 8 months ago. Wasn't excited about college. My family placed this expectation on me that I needed to go. I decided not to. Bought a one-way ticket to New York. Crashed on couches. Now I have an apartment in Bay Ridge, and I just got a part-time job at Equinox.
Hi everyone. Yeah, Gary left for today, so we're gonna end the stream now. I think we'll be live again tomorrow. Pretty sure. Starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Maybe 10 a.m. So I might come in a little late. We'll see. We're gonna do a podcast with friends tomorrow also. I don't know the logistics of how we're gonna do this yet, but we'll see you in the morning. Thanks for coming in today. See you tomorrow.